Welcome to the hustle. If your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle, this is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break or fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now welcome to the hustle. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hustle, hustle, yeah. Hustle, hustle, yeah.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Hustle Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Tech Luciano. Of course, we got Bass in the building. What's up, Bass?
What it do? We're out here.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's summertime is around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Don't know when this episode is going to come out, but Montreal summertime, the Habs are on a deep playoff run. The energy in the city is just up. F1 weekend is this weekend. It's just a lot of good vibrations. I got a new single out now, probably when this show comes out. It's called Play. Go play it. But I'm excited, man. Canada's on top. You got the Canada hat.
Listen, I pulled out
What
the
did I
Canada
not say
hat
about
today.
Canada that's big right now?
We
Wait.
up, bro.
It's Iceman
It's
season.
Iceman season,
Iceman
bro.
season.
The Iceman's outside.
Yo, you
bro.
guys aren't even ready for... Yo,
It's
listen.
cold summer still. Speaking of cold, we got somebody here that's one of the coldest ever on the microphone.
What's
It
up?
is a super honor, a super pleasure to have one of the, at worst, one of the GOATs, if not the absolute GOAT
Oh,
of
snap.
all of French and rap keb history.
Wow.
The most viewed of all of history, pushing
Battle
9
rapper.
million views on YouTube.
Damn,
Most
bro.
viewed battle rapper.
Most viewed battle
You
rapper.
gotta
Yeah, we're
precise it.
sticking
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the, you know,
You gotta be-
one of the dopest. He's also an animator. He's a whole bunch of things, man. MC. He makes music. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bro, we got Freddy Gruesum in the building, man. Freddy Gruesum.
What's really good? What's really good?
What it
up, man?
do, man?
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to be here.
C'est un pleasure, bro. Puis aussi, ça nous aide à comme branch dans le monde aussi français. you
C'est
know?
ça
Yes.
qu'on est en
So,
train
on est
d'essayer
en train de
de faire,
pousser
là,
dans
tu
le
sais,
monde
fait que...
français, you know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
ça fait
So,
plaisir d'être
yeah.
un genre de pont. D'être un pont entre les deux. Pause.
Ouais, exact.
Pause, I guess.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Out the gate.
I love when the guest gets it out the way for us, by the way. So shout out to you for that because it makes our job a little bit easier. So
My
I'm
pleasure.
with it. I like it. I fuck with it. Absolutely,
You know.
man. Yeah, yo, honestly, just the name Freddy Gruesum, which, by the way, off the top, before we even get into anything, such a dope name, bro. Like it's such a dope name. You came with the branding. He came ready, ladies and gentlemen. I like this. I love
Yo,
to
it's
see it.
old school, you know, kind of 90s style Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
I mixed it with my name because, like, j'assume mon côté, like, fully into the cartoon world type shit.
Facts.
Because it's my job at the same time, so it's not just a passion. Like
Facts, I want to get into that.
It's life. It's like c'est comme genre au début quand j'ai commencé à faire du battle rap, they used to laugh at me for always referencing like the Lion King, Ninja Turtles, shit like
Ouais,
that.
Rafiki Minaj.
You know, now
That's
it became
his-
something normal. But the thing is, like I hear some people saying Lion King bars or whatever, and they're not about that life. You know what I mean?
They're not about that Lion
They're not
King
about
life,
that
man.
life. They didn't
They're
watch
not
The
about
Lion
that
King at least
Simba
like 10
shit,
times
bro.
a day. Like, first of all, I saw it like before it came out. We was in Toronto. We got sort of like a sneak peek. I was at un camp de surdoués. Genre, I'm flexing right now. Là, tu sais, un petit camp de
That is
surdoués,
kind of a flex, to be
you
honest.
know,
Yeah.
like some science
Kinda
shit,
makes
whatever.
sense.
Puis ma mère voulait que j'apprenne l'anglais comme ça, justement. Genre, tu sais, j'allais à un primaire anglais. Puis pendant l'été, j'étais dans une chorale où est-ce qu'on apprenait des chansons Disney. So I learned how to speak English through Disney songs. So I'm
Fire.
about that life. You know what I mean? I'm
whole
about that
new
cartoon life.
world.
Exactly. Whole new world.
I
Beauty and
can't
the
wait to be
Beast.
king, and eventually,
That's a
eventually he became. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yo,
a big
we
one.
got to tape before the movie came out,
Yeah.
and we had to learn to just can't wait to be king. And the first, I remember like que c'était le matin, on est arrivé, and like the song was blaring through the speakers, and I was like, what is this banger? Like this, the illest shit I ever heard. Juste le fait que dans le refrain, il mettait le wait to be, I was like, this, yo, c'était comme entendre a brand new Drake song, like, or a brand new, yo, like, yo. Anyways, I forgot what we was talking about, but
He was talking about your name.
Yeah, we just started.
Oh,
I-
yeah,
I
Freddy
started
Goose.
it very simple.
that's how I
This
do
time
like
around,
that.
yeah.
That
Battle rap.
Yeah.
He had to give you the
The
whole
the
scheme.
whole
you know what I
scheme,
mean?
bro.
Plus, you know how like Nori says he wasn't ADD, he was a
Me too, brother.
same, you know.
Facts.
And
facts,
it's,
facts.
it's not a coincidence that we're all a and we're artists at the same time. So artists are like they tend to become I mean like ADHD people tend to become artists or vice versa, whatever.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
c'est pas un hasard que beaucoup d'artistes sont neurodivergent puis qu'on est tous crazy.
On avait une conversation
That's a
when
fact,
we were
though.
talking about that in coffee. And we were talking about being able to just drink coffee and just fucking go to sleep.
Go to sleep, exactly.
Also, I'm not the only one.
No, see, that's
Oh,
apparently
you
that's
guys make
Bro,
me
I
one
be
of the
smoking
many
a
about
split,
proofs.
grab a
myself, man.
fucking Timmy's and just
Bro.
catch a nap, bro.
Like
Exactly.
I can drink coffee as I'm falling asleep. Like it's crazy.
You know what?
And he was
Put a
telling me
movie
about the
on.
neurodivergence. and
Apparently,
the-
that's one of the
so,
many signs of ADHD. Is
Which I'm
if
for
you drink
sure
coffee,
I know
you'll-
I have undiagnosed ADHD.
Oh, me too,
I
bro.
know
Clearly,
that for a
100%.
fact. The way my timeline, we
Yo,
could
just
be
the
in the
way you
middle of
freestyle.
talking back and forth, and it's like, I'll respond to you, and I'm sorry for everybody out there because I know I'm really bad at this stuff, but like we could be in the middle of talking, and then I'll just stop talking, and the 2 minutes turns into 2 hours, which is really 2 weeks later. But for me, it was 2 minutes ago. Even if it's
Same.
2 weeks later, I'm back in the conversation
Passa don't
like
chose
it
them.
was. You know
Passa
what I
don't
mean?
chose them.
So in a way, it does relate to my freestyling because it's
Oh,
like
yes.
I
T'as des
see.
folders. puis
Yes, and it's like where am I accessing what's going on next while also c'est comme je fais de la magie parce que je te distrais avec qu'est-ce que je fais ici avec les bars and the flow while I'm
Pendant que tu
figuring
penses à
out
d'autres
where
shit,
I'm
ouais.
going and what I'm accessing next.
But it is because it's like we have the ability to like
Compartmentalize.
That's the word I'm trying. I can't say the word right now, but we have the ability to do that like in real time in our brains. You know, like me, I literally feel, especially like when I'm freestyling, for example, I can literally like the words are coming out of my mouth, but I'm already thinking of the next scheme, and
next
I can
one,
literally
yeah.
kind of like picture it in different parts of my brain. It's crazy, bro. Shout out to neurodivergence, man.
I mean, it's like the X-Men. You know, it's even though it's a disadvantage, but it has its advantages,
Yeah.
which you can use. Like
You definitely
either-
got to learn how to work with it, though.
Exactly.
Because if not, it could be disastrous.
Exactly.
yeah,
You know,
sure.
think about
It's
Cyclops'
management.
optic blast. That shit is wonderful to see, but like think about what he had to go through to learn how to use this shit.
And
That
he
shit was
needs
an
the tool, he
inconvenience
needs
in
the
real life,
visor
you know?
Still, you know? So,
Exactly.
like,
Like, c'est pour ça qu'il est toujours sérieux puis tout. Parce que comme people don't like him for that, but he's got to keep concentrated. Like his concentration tight, just to make sure he doesn't like accidentally.
Yo,
just
c'est trop drôle
blast
parce
out.
que il y a une partie de toi qui it reminds me of. Did you see the movie Bullet Train? You know Lemon and Tangerine.
Ça c'est les deux.
Ça, c'est les deux
Kick-Ass et non, which ones are?
The Bullet
I've
Train
seen it
avec
like
Brad
once or
Pitt.
twice.
Puis il y a les deux frères, puis ils sont jumeaux, and one's white, one's black. Lemon and Tangerine.
okay.
And the dude sees everything through Thomas the Train. He's
Yeah,
got
I
all these
remember
Thomas
that.
the Train stickers, and he's always attributing someone's character to one of the characters on Thomas the Train. Like, you're a Thomas, you're a Diesel. Diesel's always trying to start shit. C'est drôle parce que comme the way you attribute certain things with cartoon, it's very interesting.
near
'cause we come
everything,
from that era where like cartoons and things was like teaching us like
Teaching us
the
a whole
right
bunch
from
of shit.
wrong. Like
Exactly.
we grew up in the era of Captain Planet. You know,
Bro,
what I mean?
these youths don't even know what Saturday morning cartoons is. I try to explain this to my sons, and they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. I used to wake up at like 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning, run downstairs, go make my big bowl of cereal, and
Bro.
just sit in front of the TV till about noon,
Till
bro.
about noon.
And then go outside and just You guys don't know about these things, bro.
Bro, nah, like we also exist in a world where like je pense que comme we don't have like we come from commercials and shit.
Yeah.
Like we had to wait. Like
Yeah.
and also you had to like come back at the time that the commercial was ending because the show was if you fucking missed 5 minutes of the show,
It was
bro.
over.
Unless you happen to be, especially when we were like 4, 5, whatever, like a VCR, you were kind of like rich.
I had a
You know-
VCR.
Yeah, but like I didn't have a VCR initially.
I definitely had a VCR.
You know what I'm
Still.
saying?
I had
So,
one
like,
later too.
You know what I mean? So it's like we just even if you had a VCR, VHS, you had to be recording. You had to in order to
Rewind the
rewind.
tape
But
and
we,
shit.
now we live in an era where you can pay to not have
Instantaneous.
no commercials.
But you know what's interesting? This actually, and I want your take on this as well, because this kind of comes back to the neurodivergence thing. Do you guys think that? Because I personally do think. Do you guys think that a lot of the uptake, the spike in ADHD, because it's super prevalent? I feel like everybody I know from our generation onward has ADHD, whether it's diagnosed or not. I think a lot of it is to do with this new form of media where everything is
Absolutely.
instantaneous. Everything is a 15-minute clip.
Absolutely.
There's no
the shortest attention span ever. Like
exactly.
you need to grab their attention with the few first seconds. That's why even movies now, they do the same formula as TikTok. They'll show you like some
Yes.
crazy shit from the movie.
Yes.
First thing first, and then the movie starts.
Yeah.
You know, like back then, only a few movies used to do that shit. You know, they'll show you some crazy shit and then it pauses and you're probably wondering how I got here, how I got
Type
there.
shit.
You know, like maintenant c'est tout le temps. Like not every movie, but like if it's a movie that's trying to grab your attention, the first thing they'll show you is like
absolutely.
someone shooting a person. So that okay, you have my attention.
It's the
I
hook,
want to
yeah.
know how do you get to theirs, and then the movie starts.
But
And
it's
then
crazy
they still
because
gotta bring other catchbacks into
Oh,
it,
tout le
you know?
temps, tout le temps.
What were you in the middle of saying? Crazy?
no. It's just because honestly, like it's like I look for like we come from the movie. Like movies was a big deal in our childhood. Going to the theater or even just going to Blockbuster, grabbing a movie. It was a Friday night. It was an event.
It was a whole event, yeah, exactly.
And like I look forward to doing this shit with my sons. I'm like, all right, movie night. It's gonna be a vibe. I go get all the snacks, this and that. We're ready to go. Put on the movie. 15 minutes in, my son's like, Dad, can you just tell me what happens? Because like, I'm like, he's over it.
Order on the phone.
He's over it. Yeah, he's over it, bro. And I'm like, but it's
Stimulation,
like
yeah,
the whole point of the
stimulus.
movie is to watch the
You
story
need
unfold.
instant gratification.
They just want the
yeah,
highlights,
yeah.
bro. So it's
Exactly.
it's kind of terrifying.
No,
That's
we
why they
definitely-
prefer watching like reactions.
Exactly.
People reacting to movies because they'll show you the greatest part and then skip.
That's
highlights, yeah.
where all of this secondary, like, I don't know how I could call it other than secondary media, but exactly what you're talking about, like reaction videos, compilations,
Twitch.
like streaming, like streamers, like
Mm-hmm.
people are watching, like even people that watch like esports, like online video games, like, you know, like when I was younger, my mom was like, yo, you gotta chill with the Madden, like, that's not no job, you know? But she was wrong, bro. Like, it's
my
a
bad.
job
It is
now.
It is a job now.
Millions of dollars off it. Yeah, it's crazy.
You can get contracts. You can get signed contracts to play on an esports team. Like,
That's crazy.
Oh, look, shit is dumb as like, you know, sometimes I'll make a story where I'm just commentating or on some shit I'm seeing. And people keep telling me like, yo, you need to open a Twitch or whatever. I have no idea how this shit works. I know nothing about Twitch, but a lot of people keep telling me like, comme, ouvre un Twitch, on veut regarder des
On veut
Disney
regarder
puis
tes
des Marvel
réactions.
avec toi.
Ouais, exact.
Et que tu dis des conneries, whatever. Genre,
Yo,
comme
that
comme
could
dans les
actually
stories, like,
catch
the whole
on, though.
thing.
That could catch on, bro.
Eventually, but right now, like the whole cartoon thing is taking my whole it's taken my whole time, all my energy, and since I started seriously in 2025 last year, like I still got like a few more years to go until I'm really comfortable with like banging out a bunch of cartoons. Maybe like while I'm doing that, I'll eventually open a Twitch, but like for now, it's just too much on my. It'd be too much on my plate.
yeah,
Just
because
another
you go hard
like
with the
social media.
animation. Like, the things you show in your stories, like, you know, even Anka was talking about on Rap Politique how he like booked you to do some cartoons, and I saw some of them on your stories. And like, if correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a point, didn't you do like work for Teletoon or something like that?
Yeah, that was my first like official job.
So like, how the hell did you get into drawing? And like, is this part of the like neurodivergence, genre?
Probably.
T'étais surdoué, t'étais comme yo, je sais pas quoi faire
Yo.
avec mon temps, je vais juste fucking scribble, doodle, puis comme.
Escape. This first an escape. C'est genre yo avec un papier puis some doodle, I can like literally create a whole fucking world. Like you draw a whole new town, like new characters, have like a whole other kind of life, fight dragons, shit like whatever, you know. C'est comme je regardais les Ninja Turtles au ralenti on VCR. En faisant pause, puis tu gardes ton doigt sur pause, ça avance au ralenti, and I was like,
Yeah, frame.
oh, now I get it. Like it's exactly consecutive images. And my aunt used to tell me that shit. Like, tu sais, c'est des images consécutives. I had no idea what she was talking about until I pressed pause and accidentally left my finger on pause and saw that it was a bunch of images one after the other. And I was like, oh, OK. J'ai commencé à le faire dans mes cahiers aussi. Genre, j'étais comme, OK. Comme par exemple, je redessinais le même frame un après l'autre, mais avec des bonhommes allumettes. Puis après ça, quand je flippais le book, je voyais que ça faisait la même chose. So I was like, OK, genre, now I get it. It's a bunch of drawings, one after the other. You flip them, and you can literally do
So wait, because I'm
whatever
half
you
retarded.
want.
So
That's fucking
if
dope.
I'm watching, like, example, a 22-minute episode of The Simpsons, every single frame is an individual picture?
Yes.
Bro, how long does that take to do?
Animators
Like,
that
per
get paid
episode.
and-
Example, Family Guy. Like, one of the reasons why Family Guy versus South Park was like, South Park were basically the Tupacs. Parce que, tu sais, Tupac enregistre 1 million de chansons. South Park, they have a new style of animation called cutout animation. Since they can use the same sort of, it's kind of a puppet, an animated puppet, which you only have to move around. Plus, their whole style is like cheap animation, like you're playing with action figures. Whereas Family Guy, ça c'est du traditional animation, which is between 12 to 24 frames. So it means like sometimes you could reuse the same frame if s'il reste immobile,
Okay.
puis il bouge pas, shit like that. Mais genre, South Park, because of their advantages, it takes them 1 week to make a full show. So it was the only ones that could do that. Like c'est pour ça qu'ils étaient really up to date.
Ils pumpaient out des shit, genre
Exactement, ils pumpent out des
genre.
shit, puis c'est up to date.
C'était toujours relevant. It was always like some shit that was going on like that
They
week,
are,
that month.
bar none, the best parody, I think, of the modern age period.
Same.
Of any show.
Same, c'est les
Cartoon
goats.
or not.
C'est les goats.
Yeah.
C'est pour ça que when he talked about the Book of Mormons, I was like, I want to see that shit. But it's one of those things that you can't bootleg. But Family Guy, it takes them 10 months for a whole studio to make one episode.
Holy shit.
That's why they have like a whole bunch of people. And like sadly in animation, it's another industry that uses sweatshops. You know, like the more animation, the smoothest like the more the animation is smooth, the more they probably use the sweatshop for what we call the in-betweens.
Yeah.
Because you got the keyframes where, like, let's say I draw my guy like this, and he has to go like this. So I'll draw him like this, then draw him like this. And then you pay someone else to do the in-betweens, which are like this, like this, like this, and like this.
Wow.
Those are the in-between. That's what we call the in-betweens.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
C'est ça qui est long. Là.
OK. Puis ça paye pas bien, genre? C'est pas comme... Parce que t'as dit sweatshop, genre. Comment est-ce que tu sweatshopperais, genre, des dessins?
OK, sweatshop. Allez googler YouTube. Allez YouTuber Simpsons sweatshop opening. OK, c'est genre, il montre vraiment une caricature de how it is in a sweatshop. C'est exagéré, but it's pretty much like that. C'est vraiment genre a big ass room full of animators. Puis genre, tu sais, t'as une personne, toute la journée, il colorie le bec de Daffy Duck, par exemple. Tu sais. T'en as un autre toute la journée. C'est comme...
It's like a warehouse
Like a
full
factory
of...
type thing.
Yeah.
Exactly, and you don't have to...
Yeah.
Exactly, and you don't have to pay him well, you know? C'est comme...
Damn.
And like... People
This
like
is like hurting my
Bro,
childhood
like, I
heart.
didn't...
I'm sorry about
real.
that.
Yo!
Puis dis-toi que the smoother the animation, the more likely they use the sweatshop.
no.
Saying
So
the
that's-
Simpsons was made in Nicaragua, bro. I didn't know this, bro. That's crazy.
Simpsons and Family Guy actually joke about it. Parce que comme tu sais, eux, c'est des mirrors, so they actually make jokes. Like this one time, what's his name? Peter Griffin, something happened with his eye. So you see like the animator actually fix his eye too. Puis Peter, il répond, "Thank you, Korean animator. You've earned your 5 cents for the week."
That's fucked up.
Yo, ça c'est crazy.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yo,
What?
puis, in this one Simpson Christmas episode, à la fin, il remercie plein de personnes. Puis là, Homer il dit, "But Lisa, j'ai oublié qui dit quoi, quelqu'un, mais je sais qu'il dit, you forgot to thank one more people, one more group of person. Puis il dit qui, the fans watching us? No, the cheap animators, underpaid to animate this shit. Like, c'est vraiment like
That's arms, bro.
c'est fucked up.
That's pretty hard.
I mean, listen, man. I'm wearing Pumas right now, so I can't really,
Exactly. Yo.
comment, right? You know, it's...
Mais tu sais, il n'y a rien qu'on a qui that's not a result.
Smartphone,
Exactly.
Nike shoes.
Yeah, we can't
Everything
escape
we
it.
own is a result of some form of human misery.
100%.
Ça, c'est quelque chose que c'est comme, il faut que tu n'y penses pas parce que sinon tu vas être
C'est
depressed.
très deep.
100%.
You know what I mean? Il faut que tu
C'est
n'y penses pas.
très
Puis que tu
deep.
sois... Apparently, you have to be sort of delusional puis sort of, tu sais, hypnotized dans ton little life to not be depressed. Parce que sinon,
Wow.
tu vas... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sinon, tu vas savoir
Yeah.
que it's always like...
It's very interesting because it makes me think about like knowing too much.
Yeah.
Like if you had like, let's say, you know, like whatever people want to call God, life, the universe, whatever, like, you know, like let's say there's 100% of all the possible knowledge that we know of outside of the knowledge we don't know about, but like there's 100% of possible knowledge, right? If you only knew 1%, it would probably like
Blow your mind.
your head would probably explode. It's probably like all of physics and mathematics combined in quantum, and that's like not even 1%. So it's like
That shit is fascinating.
it
to
makes
me.
me think about that exact thing where it's just like si tu connais trop, tu vas prendre trop, puis you're gonna feel
Wait,
guilty,
yo.
and you're gonna be like, oh my god.
Like, for example, tu sais, j'ai déjà été dans une situation où est-ce que genre j'avais rien à manger, je pouvais pas manger. Puis c'est là que j'ai réalisé que genre I'm actually blessed parce que oui, j'avais rien à manger, mais je savais quand même que j'allais éventuellement trouver un moyen de manger. But like that feeling I had when I couldn't find anything to eat, puis que j'ai finalement réussi à manger, je pouvais même pas le enjoy parce que je commençais à penser comme yo, there are some people out there that don't get that privilege, you know?
Wow.
You know what I mean? C'est comme, it sounds corny to say, but it's true. Genre, quand tu l'as vécu, mais que tu sais comme, at least I'll find a way. Worst case scenario, I'll go to my mom's, I'll go to a friend's house. Tu sais, like, you know,
Il y a des moyens, genre.
il y a toujours des moyens.
Ouais.
Mais t'as certaines personnes qui en ont zéro moyen, puis that's how they feel all the time. Puis j'étais comme genre...
Yeah.
C'est vraiment dans ces moments-là que je réalisais comme c'est vrai, il faut vraiment être delusional. Like sometimes, il faut faire exprès d'être delusional parce que on nous a mis dans un monde where like even meat, c'est comme I wish I could be a vegetarian because I hate seeing tortured animal. But even when I tried being a vegetarian, everything was so fucking expensive. That's when I realized, okay, they want you to be like that, you know?
Eating healthy in general.
Yo,
is
exactly.
very
Your water,
expensive.
whatever.
But there's a reason why. We don't got to go down the whole conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
listen,
Sinon, on va partir,
they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? But like, and I won't get too political because we had this conversation off camera. So I promise I won't do it. I promise I won't do it. But I might get a little political. But it's okay.
Hey, listen,
but
do you,
but
baby.
I do. I just want to say that like I want people to definitely realize that when you live in a country like Canada, even in the States, which is a little, honestly, the States is a little worse off than we are economically in terms of,
they really are.
you know, when you're poor, you're poor. We're a little bit better in Canada than
And they get bills
than
for
they are
everything
there.
in hospitals. Like,
100%. But I want people to understand that we are extremely privileged to live where we live. People sit here and they get on the internet and they complain and they, you know, they make it because unfortunately right now we live in a society where what has become trendy is being a victim. Everybody wants to be a bigger victim than everybody else. Everybody wants to be a part of a marginalized group. If you're not a part of a marginalized group, now you're non-binary, so you can be a part of a marginalized group. That's as political as I'll get, I promise. But you need to realize that there's people, and listen, I discovered this through traveling, right? Through traveling, I got to see different parts of the world where the people's reality is they don't know where they're gonna get clean water from today. And the water that they do have to drink, they might get malaria from it. And that's a real reality that these people have to get up and deal with every day. So I'll leave it at this and we can move on to something else because I already have a different direction I want to go. Don't worry. But just, you know, keep in mind when you're tweeting from your air-conditioned apartment with your fridge full of food, I don't know how much of a victim you really are being in Canada.
Well, it makes me actually want to relate something to battle rap in a way because I love how you literally told them right there.
Yeah.
Because we live in a
You're good, brother.
We live in a soapbox society where everyone has access to the proverbial soapbox. What used to be the thing that you would go stand on and say and speak in public as an orator. That's what the soapbox.
tout le monde a une parole maintenant.
Ouais, exact. And like I believe that everyone deserves to have a voice and use their voice, but at the same time, I don't think everyone should be speaking because a lot of people it's
come
just
on
like,
there and say
whoa, dude, what are you?
anything.
And I just think it's an unnatural human made because like maybe I'm corny, like you were talking about corniness earlier. I'm a very like positive person. People that know me, like, you know, even through the ups and downs, like I try to maintain like a firm faith in like the good in people. Like I believe that a human being is inherently good. I don't believe people are inherently bad, which may be very utopian.
Yo, you have faith in people. You're like
thought,
Superman.
you know? Yeah, straight up. You know what I mean? Like, but I also believe that because of the access to being able to get a soapbox and even monetize soapboxes, because that's what Kick, Twitch, that's what streaming, that's what being an influencer, that's what that is. It's just the monetization of your opinions, thoughts of your own life, whatever. I think that has geared people towards complaining, towards hating, towards just generally being like, just automatically we're geared towards like some new movie comes out, it's whack.
100%.
Yo,
This album comes out, it's whack instantly. You know what I mean? It's like you can't even take a day to listen or to tap in or to. It's just everything's whack.
Il y a un de mes boys qui a dit, Arnaud, tu connais Arnaud?
Ouais, ben oui.
Genre, justement, on parlait de Drake, puis on parlait du fait que à minuit, il y avait des haters qui étaient prêts à faire du contenu on hating on Drake.
Yeah.
They basically needed Drake for content still. Ces genres de personnes que genre... Tu sais, si t'aimes pas ça, genuinely, that's cool, mais ces genres de personnes-là, specifically haters, ces genres de haters-là, c'est comme... Ils réalisent pas que c'est comme... Drake a l'air gagnant, même quand tu fais ça. C'est comme non seulement t'avais besoin de lui, mais ce que ça, Arnaud m'avait dit, c'est que les fans de Drake ont même pas eu le temps d'entendre les 3 albums au complet. Puis toi, genre, à minuit, t'as eu le temps de tout entendre et de te faire une opinion là-dessus,
Ouais,
genre.
exact.
Like, déjà,
c'est
genre,
ça
really?
qu'est-ce qui est crazy.
That's
Il y a un
fucked
bar
up.
de ça quelque part sur l'album où il a dit Those ain't my haters, they're my secret admirers.
It's true.
Puis c'est pour ça que je dis tout le temps comme don't post shit you don't like because you're making fans possibly. You might be turning people on to some shit that they never heard before. Or they might just be like, no, you're wrong. Like I'm gonna play that shit even more just because your hating ass is hating on it for no reason type shit. Mais je pense que t'as raison, bro. It's fucked up. Like people need, like you need. It's so funny that we live in even like, yo. One thing that's really fucked up because I wanted to turn this towards battle rap and like soapbox and like, should you be allowed to say whatever you want in battles, which is kind of like the rules, da da da. And I want you to get into all that.
Puis, genre, dans battle rap, yes, you can say whatever you want. The only thing is, freedom of speech is not freedom of consequences. Plus, also, it's
That's
also
a bar.
your conscience. If you do have a conscience, afterwards you have to live with what you said.
Yeah.
You know, so if it's, tu sais, comme,
Twofold.
you know what I mean? Like Dave Chappelle said, si tu fais le genre de comédie qui peut être choquant, c'est sûr que tu vas cross the line sometimes. Fait que c'est comme, you gotta live with the consequences après ça. C'est comme, moi, ça m'est arrivé de live with the consequences. It's the same thing. Genre, sometimes I went crazy, out of pocket with what I said, puis ça a eu des conséquences, puis c'est comme... Yo, il y a une fois où est-ce que la conséquence était littéralement ma conscience. Genre, je pense que c'était après Chaque Alcoolique, where I made jokes about his dead mom. But the only reason I did it, because that's something I'd never do to someone, genre, s'il y a une dead mom, puis j'apprends qu'il y a une dead mom, je vais faire aucune blague de mère. Mais lui, parce que lui-même, il avait fait une joke sur sa dead mom, and I even mentioned it in my middle round, so ça m'a donné une excuse d'en faire aussi.
Okay.
Sauf que le soir même, genre, ou la nuit après, whatever, en tout cas, je travaillais de nuit, puis je me rappelle que pendant que je prenais mon nap at work, it was that kind of job, c'était vraiment chill. Pendant que je prenais mon nap at work, je me rappelais que je me sentais super, j'avais comme des flashbacks du battle. Puis je voyais comme une de mes tantes qui me disait, genre, you can't be saying that kind of shit. Genre, tu sais, qui faisait la morale, genre, genre, comme, tu sais, c'est sa mère, whatever. Mais après ça, je me rappelais que c'est comme. Anyway, the point is, ma conscience était mon propre ennemi that night. Fait que c'est vraiment, you can say whatever you want, but you gotta live with what you said. And it's like, if I say something totally wrong, but I believe in it, ou bien je sais que the reason why I said it, even though it didn't sound like, it didn't come out how I wanted it to come, pause, genre,
Hey, yo.
the idea behind the joke, genre, je l'assume à 100%, tu sais. Même si ça sort mal,
The
whatever.
concept,
Parce
the
que
intention.
exactement. Des fois, c'est juste que c'est le punch à mal landé, ou bien je l'ai mal interprété, mais la raison pourquoi j'ai fait la joke, even if it was out of pocket,
C'est
j'assume
comme
à
un
200%.
comédien, right? It's like a,
C'est
it's like a
100%
comic
comme un
who's
comédien,
trying
yeah.
to still work on, but it's fucked up because like, you know, like a comic, you'll do small shows
Pour essayer ton
and
matériel.
try the material over time before you
Exactly.
do a filmed special.
100%.
Whereas for like a battle rapper, it's like, this is my one and only chance to get this material out, to get these ideas out, to get this, like it's very Eminem. It's, you know, like you better lose yourself in the
You only got
music
one
the
chance.
moment.
And
You only got
that's-
one chance, you know?
And that's
like,
why I'm full supporter of recycling rhymes, not necessarily for a battle, but like for a song, whatever. Yo, si tu veux utiliser des bars que tu as aimés dans un battle pour un mixtape, do that shit. Parce que, yo, t'as toute cette énergie-là pour un verse que tu vas faire une fois, genre.
ouais, c'est fucked
Puis
up.
après ça, moi, that's one of the things that made me lazy in the past is the fact that the more I over-prepare, like once the battle is over, like I'll wake up the next morning and the first thing that'll come to my mind is the battle. Like I'll still think about the text.
Ouais.
I'm still repeating the text. Puis comme, I don't need to repeat it anymore. Puis c'est comme, oublie ça, man. Des fois, ça prend ton mind. Man.
I'm sure it's like pressure as hell, especially like, you know, I mean, you didn't get up to 9 million views without.
It's a lot of
Pushing
battles.
some boundaries.
Puis c'est pas comme si j'ai un ratio de like a lot of views per battle. C'est juste que pendant le moment où est-ce qu'il y avait de l'engouement, puis que l'engouement commençait à partir, j'ai continué à en faire pour amener des jeunes qui avaient besoin. Les gens oublient ça, puis il y en a qui pensent que je disais ça like, pour m'enfler la tête, but it was facts. J'étais le pont entre les top tier puis les nouveaux gens.
Facts.
Parce qu'il y avait personne de mon niveau qui voulait battle. quelqu'un qui était pas du big stage or whatever. J'étais le seul qui faisait parce que moi, j'étais addicted to just having fun saying dumb shit, having fun battling, whatever. Puis
Yeah, bar no.
that shit is like heroin, tu sais. C'est comme... Puis, only problem is, ça m'a purgé. Puis, à un moment donné, le problème dans ce shit-là, c'est qu'une fois que t'es fatigué, puis tout ça, comme dans tous les jobs, genre, ouais, comme... t'es trop fatigué pour le faire. Tu sais, on te jette, who's the next one?
On to the next, yep.
Est-ce que c'est le plus, because I know you have something specific you want to ask
go for
about
it.
from, mais est-ce que c'est le plus genre over the line, genre parce que obviously, I mean, you've had some, you know, very controversial bars.
Out of
mais
pocket shit.
Is that the only thing that you've ever like, you know, conscious regretted? Parce que I do want to get into maybe some of the consequence regret it because you've had your share of documented hardships. You know what I'm saying? And you've been able to push through those things. Mais comme ça vient, it's crazy because like you were like one of the, it's like the hip hop police. It's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the only conscious thing though that you ever thought in a battle? You were like, damn, I shouldn't have said that.
Not in a battle, mais genre dans un statut, genre. Obviously.
Yeah, Facebook.
Comme, the reason why I wrote it, like I understand, genre, at the moment, I had no food. You know, I was like in a room, no lights, no food, no windows. J'étais vraiment genre dans un dark vibe.
Crazy.
Ça excuse pas le shit, mais ça explique pourquoi je l'ai fait.
Ouais, exact.
Mais ça l'excuse pas. Like, puis j'assume à 200% comme why I said that shit. Puis ça, c'est le genre de shit que je regrette parce que because I said that shit, it's now illegal for me to like speak about that specific situation, which I wanted to do in a song. Puis c'est quelque chose que si j'avais pas justement par ma colère, dans un élan de colère, dit ce genre de shit-là, là, j'aurais pu en parler dans une chanson sans un problème.
So to fill in,
No, I
to
can't.
fill in the Hustle podcast
I was going to ask you. too.
community
Yeah.
and my
Yes.
co-host about the
Basically-
situation. Tell us like the specifics, what happened, because you were signed to.
Long
Can
story
I say
short,
you
I
were
was signed to this big
Joyride?
label.
Yeah, exactly.
Tout
You
ça.
wanna say that.
Puis c'était pendant la pandémie, puis plusieurs choses sont arrivées en même temps qui ont fait que j'étais super burnt out. Parce que being the genius that I am, you know, animation is the kind of job that drives people crazy. And battle rap is the kind of job that drives people crazy.
Yes, with my
And
limited
I'm doing
experience
both.
with battle rap,
you know?
I like it's it's an emotionally and mentally
draining.
draining
Yes.
investment. And
just
like
the-
you said,
just
for
the
something that
adrenaline
you're
alone.
doing one time, and like when you're done the battle, you're like, thank fucking God that shit is over. Because it gets to the point when you're rehearsing where you start to hate your material
Exactly,
and think it's
especially when you
garbage.
over-prepare,
Like
yeah.
you guys judged my first battle against VIP actually. And you were in the building and you were telling
Yeah,
me it's
shit
so
was
great
fire.
or not. And like, but I was so like you said, I was replaying the battle in my mind after the event was done.
Once it was done,
Fuck,
you
I
know?
could have fucking did this bar like that though. I could have.
Voilà.
Why didn't I do this? Now I can never fix that. People are gonna see me and they're gonna.
Voilà, avec les chansons, tu peux faire ça, tu sais.
Ouais, exact.
Ouais, mais ça, c'est comme, non. Genre, avant j'enregistrais le battle. Like, pendant que je battlais, je mettais mon record sur mon phone, puis je le mettais dans ma poche. Parce qu'après ça, je me réécoutais. Puis j'étais comme, ah, that's not how I wanted to say that bar. That's not how I wanted to say that line. And at that part, the flow was incorrect, puis tout. Puis c'est comme,
self-coaching.
Exactement. Mais tout ça pour dire que, ouais, c'est ça, with the label, en gros, moi j'ai pris les deux hobbies qui drive fucking crazy. Things led to another. Pendant que j'étais burnt out, on a eu du beef. Puis pendant ce beef, I dissed the label publicly, which is something you can't really do.
Yeah,
Genre.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Fait que à cause de ça, j'ai eu une mise
He
en
was
demeure.
Drake before Drake. That's what we're
You know
trying
what I
to
mean?
say, basically.
J'étais Booba avant Booba parce que right now, Booba is having a problem for the same kind of thing. Puis là, c'est là que je suis en train de réaliser comme, oh shit. Juste comme, like the other day, I was complaining about the fact that, yo, Booba is popular for the kind of shit that got me in prison. Comme, this shit is unfair. Puis là, aujourd'hui, je vois ça, je suis comme, yeah, I think we all gotta watch our
You got
mouths.
locked up behind that shit?
Not locked up. Me, yeah, mais him, non, lui, il s'est fait freeze tout son argent, which is worse. Parce que
bro?
moi, I'm a broke. Tu sais, I was broke, whatever. J'étais rendu broke. C'est comme, OK, c'est juste un problème par-dessus un autre. Mais lui, c'est comme, yo, tous ces millions puis tout ça, en ce moment, apparently, c'est froze. À moins que ce soit une rumeur puis que je parle à travers mon chapeau. Mais en tout cas, c'est quand même vrai qu'il y a eu des problèmes for the same kind of shit. Et c'est les mêmes keywords, like harcèlement, cyber-prédateur, cyber-terroriste.
Ouais, saying the
Ces
wild
genres de
shit,
mots-là,
là.
exactement.
Des
Saying
mots
wild
qu'on-
shit
qu'on
about
va
a
pas dire.
person. Exactement.
Ouais.
Puis moi, c'est ça que j'ai fait. So, à cause de ça, j'ai eu une mise en demeure. Puis la mise en demeure, c'était genre, OK, just don't insult him in public, which is total. Moi, I was cool with that. Mais c'est là, après ça, que that night that I told you about, où est-ce que j'avais rien, puis tout ça, puis j'étais comme... Puis c'était genre, I think it was Christmas or New Year's, puis tout ça, puis le statut commençait par Merry Christmas, I hope that, I wish that. Ça sonnait comme un début de verse de Jeune Chili Chill. Shout out à Jeune Chili Chill. Va Google un verse de Jeune Chili Chill. Tu sais, c'est ce genre à dire comme je souhaite que tu aies une femme enceinte pour que je la kickie dans le ventre. It was that kind of shit.
Arsenal-type bars.
Exactement, but not in a battle. Dans la vraie vie, dans le statut, this shit might sound like une menace type shit. You know? Eux, ce qu'ils ont dit dans les papers, c'est incitation à la violence. Parce que even though I'm not saying I'm going to do it, it might incite someone, like, you don't know who's following you, puis tout ça.
Yeah.
It might incite someone to like, no, maybe he's
super
right.
fan.
C'est ça, tu sais, comme quand M, il dit, if you ever see Everlast, like, throw shit at him, type of shit. Tu sais qu'il peut avoir... Même si c'est un fan, ça prend juste un fan assez crazy pour être comme I'm gonna do it for Freddy. Puis là, tu sais, il tombe sur la personne, puis comme Freddy told me to. Je peux comprendre ce shit-là, mais point is, c'est quand même mes paroles qui m'ont. I got in trouble because of my mouth. Pause. Tu sais, I feel like April O'Neil, basically. Tu sais, in the first, first Ninja Turtles, c'est quand April O'Neil. He says your mouth, exactly. Quand il la slap, genre, I got a message from our boss. Tu sais, il ouvre sa main puis il fait la slap. Le slap, c'était la mise en demeure, là, basically. Là,
les conséquences et les consciences.
Exactement.
You had both sides of the equation.
Puis à cause de cette action-là, justement, maintenant que genre, je suis plus calme and sort of healing, tu sais, I hate that word, on dirait un internet buzzword que tout le monde utilise pour rien.
No, but
you know
I
what
wanted
I mean?
to get into this. So I'm happy you
Like,
brought it up because
you can
we
still
were
see it in
talking
my...
about
Si tu
this.
m'as vu dans mes battles last year, puis tout ça, tu sais, dans mes battles, ce que je venais, c'est comme, I was all skinny and shit. Ça, tu peux voir quand I'm healing, like, clairement, genre, tu sais. Mais the point is, maintenant que je suis healed, puis que je suis comme, OK, si j'avais pas fait ça, j'aurais pu raconter mon histoire dans une chanson, straight up. Même, tu sais, moi, ça me dérange pas de dire les parties where I was wrong too, mais je raconte le whole thing. Puis, now I can't.
But can you broach the subject in music in a way that is
Like a creative way.
like a,
Of course.
without it being I don't want to use
Tant
the word
que c'est pas un
flags,
diss track.
mais genre ouais exactement
Parce
pas
que,
un diss track mais juste comme expliquer les good, the bad, the
I could,
accountability.
I could, parce que genre, selon les papers qui me disent que j'ai pas le droit de faire, ils disent spécifiquement. Tu sais, ils ont pas dit genre parle pas d'eux du tout. Ils ont dit comme don't mention them directement ou indirectement. J'ai oublié comment ils l'ont mentionné, mais c'est comme vraiment genre diffamation. Tu sais, c'est comme si je parle de qu'est-ce qui m'est arrivé, parce que it's still part of my story. Tu sais, I'm not gonna censor it. C'est comme non, il y a une partie où est-ce que genre j'étais Icar, Icarus.
Yeah.
Flew too close to the sun, puis plus I was burnt out, so genre j'étais facilement irritable, puis comme I got crazy. C'est comme the reason why I did it to me, c'est comme c'était justifié parce que like moi un de mes many défauts, c'est que I'm a people pleaser, puis je disais oui à tout puis à tout le monde pour faire plaisir, puis à un moment donné c'est comme you get burnt out.
much, yeah.
It's too
Burning
much.
all ends of the candle.
Exactement, mais après ça, c'est comme, you know how they say life is like 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Ça, c'est juste quelque chose que j'ai appris, genre, tu sais, c'est comme... Et aussi, genre, while I was down, like, juste après la pandémie, I feel like people outside, like, a lot of people are just dumber than usual. And I figured, I can't crash out and go crazy every time something seems illogical to me,
Oh my God, that's me behind the wheel of a vehicle.
You know what I mean?
That's me
Because
in everyday
if I
regular
do,
life,
I'll just always be crashing out. I'm always going to be crazy. I'll just end up in jail. I'll belong in jail because je vais refaire la même erreur tout le temps, tu sais.
Well, I mean, it's listen. It's definitely part of growing is learning from our mistakes, 100%. So,
Exactly.
I mean, I do believe in free will for sure, but I do also believe in. I don't know if I want to say a predetermined path, but I do believe everything happens for a reason. I'll say it that way.
I believe that too.
Yeah, I think
I believe
so.
that too.
I think
Il y a des
so.
gens qui pensent que je suis atheist, comme not at all. C'est comme that's the kind of shit I believe. The only reason les gens pensent que je suis atheist, parce que je vais parler contre, like je vais traiter God de like Père Noël pour adultes. But that's not what I mean. What I mean is a lot of people treat him like he was a Père Noël pour adultes. Some kind of magical genie in the sky. Some kind of magical selective
I
genie
agree.
in the sky. You know what I mean?
I do agree.
Ça, ce genre de personne-là, c'est comme
I think, in my opinion, I think God is energy. That's why, you know, when we say that God is omnipotent, it means He's everywhere at one time. The only thing that could be is
it's inside you,
energy
you know?
itself. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? That's what I really believe.
Me too. Plus Earth.
You're gonna make me Ayo
Earth
God.
is God. Exactly. No, I'm sorry. God is inside
Don't
you.
do that.
Pause.
That's one level we can't broach, brother.
Plus, you know, moi, je vois ça, là, je suis très, like, yo, Earth, quand tu penses Earth, it gives us everything we need. We come from Earth. When we die, on s'en va dans Earth.
back,
C'est comme, ça, c'est vraiment God aussi, tu sais, c'est comme nature. Like, on sait pas c'est quoi l'ultime vérité, mais genre, ceux qui parlent comme si l'ultime vérité, c'était que this one Santa Claus in the sky grants me my wishes parce que moi, je prie plus que tout le monde. C'est comme, come on.
Nah, when you
You're
break
making him
it
sound like an
down-
asshole right now, là, tu sais.
Yeah.
C'est quoi, genre, la personne qui a pas de jambes, genre, qui a perdu ses parents in some third world country, c'est quoi, il a pas prié assez, genre? C'est quoi, what are you saying? You know what I mean?
And
C'est
God
comme-
just decided to you're next.
ça, you're cool,
Yeah,
you're
nah,
nah,
exactly.
you're.
Yeah,
Tu sais,
nah.
c'est comme. Puis like, il y a une personne qui m'a spécifiquement dit, genre, yo, quand tu dis des affaires comme ça, c'est parce que, genre, tu sais, t'as pas de carrière, t'as un flop ou whatever. Je suis comme, first of all, je vois pas le rapport. Mais second of all, c'est au contraire. Justement, si j'étais le genre de personne qui regardait juste moi and my blessings, je dirais que le God in the sky is great. Parce que justement, genre, even when I'm down, je suis dans la merde, je peux trouver un moyen de, tu sais, j'ai été dépressif longtemps, genre, après ce qui m'est arrivé, parce que j'étais déjà dépressif avant ça, and then, like, you know, good qui fait déborder le vase, all that shit. Mais malgré ça, je voyais quand même les blessings que j'avais. Puis si je voyais juste ça, là, je pourrais dire, yo, that Santa Claus in the sky. Mais c'est parce que, pourquoi moi, je le mérite plus que quelqu'un qui en a clairement plus besoin que moi? Genre, like that thing I told you about quand j'ai faim, puis que, OK, j'ai pu manger plus tard, tandis qu'un itinérant, lui, le feeling de, genre, quand t'as faim, puis
Yeah,
tu sais
he's
pas,
gotta live with
lui, il sait pas c'est quand il va
You don't
manger, tu sais.
know when the next
Exactly.
Ça,
meal
pourquoi
is.
lui, il mérite moins que moi? Parce que c'est comme...
Yeah, yeah,
C'est
yeah.
pour ça que, genre, c'est comme... Non. Genre, God, like you said, God is an energy comme, je sais pas... I consider myself an agnostic, just for that, justement, genre, c'est comme... I know there's something... Parce que, selon moi, il peut pas rien avoir jusqu'au hasard. I know there's something, puis tu sais, mais je sais que c'est pas, genre, le Santa Claus in the sky. Like,
No, I agree because
Toi, je
when
donne
you,
des vœux,
when
toi,
you look
non.
at the systems in place, everything from you just look at the ecosystems that exist on Earth, the way every single thing relates to every other thing in an ecosystem, and if you do something as simple as eliminate mosquitoes out of the ecosystem,
it's gonna fuck
the
everything
whole
up.
thing is going to
Exactly.
come crashing down. There's no way that's coincidence. C'est pas par hasard. C'est impossible.
Oh no, everything
l'évolution.
is,
Tu sais, même l'évolution, puis tout, genre, c'est comme...
mathematical,
C'est quand même
yeah.
parti
It is.
quelque part. Le Big Bang, OK, mais avant le Big Bang, genre, c'était quoi? Tu sais, il y a plein de questions. Anyways, c'est comme...
We went deep. I want to
Yeah,
pivot.
we went deep.
I want to
Sorry
pivot a
about
little bit. I did see something that I thought was cool, and I want to bring it up because Sugala, I might fuck this up, but I'm going to try my French bag right here. Sugala, il s'en calisse pas, il s'en Kanye, bro. You know what I mean?
Kanye.
Let's talk about the project a little bit real quick. But I do like the saying. Explain what you mean by that.
Mais Kanye, it means what you think it means, you know? C'est comme... C'est pas que tu t'en calisses, c'est pas que tu t'en don't give a fuck. Tu t'en Kanye. Quand tu t'en Kanye, c'est genre... C'est pas juste crash out pour crash out, c'est juste comme... Like, j'ai un bar, justement, dans Future Song, où est-ce que je dis, je déblatère mes pensées sans penser comme Kanye. Tu sais, déblatérer ses pensées, c'est juste, je lance whatever I'm thinking
Just
of.
throwing
It
all
comes out,
there.
yeah. Pause.
You know what I mean? So, in what I'm saying, there'll actually be some gems, but since I'm just throwing all my thoughts, il y aura beaucoup de crazy stuff, too, genre. And sometimes, like, je vais pas toujours véhiculer mon idée. C'est très maladroitement, comme Kanye. Ça, c'est quand tu t'en Kanye, c'est quand tu commences à faire ça. Tu sais, c'est quand, genre, you don't even care what people think anymore. Tu veux juste dire
You
qu'est-ce qui est
gotta
dans ton
get it out.
mind.
You
C'est
gotta
ça,
get
you
it
just
out.
gotta get it out.
Yeah.
Parce que sinon, like Michael said, c'est comme, so many ideas inside of me. They got to come out. You know what I mean?
Did y'all see
Shouts
the
to
movie?
Michael.
Did you see
Yeah.
the movie yet, bro?
Yes.
not yet.
Stop tripping, bro. I
It's
saw it
no
twice.
American Dream, but it's fire.
It's really
I
good.
liked it.
It's really good. American Dream was the TV one back in the
Yes.
day? Bro, that's what I was telling you about last
Oh,
week.
that's
Simba.
the one he
That was with
telling me about.
Angela Bassett, right?
Exactly.
Yes,
Angela
bro,
Bassett
what
and
a
the one who
movie.
played young Michael.
What a movie.
Not young Michael, adult Michael is the guy who played the singing voice for Simba.
Oh, for
The
real?
Kid Simba,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, I didn't
I
know that.
just can't wait to be king. That's
Jason,
him.
Jason something, right?
J'ai oublié son nom, mais he was in
He
the
was in
TIP
Sister Act
movie.
too.
No, it's not the same guy. Je comprends. Ils ont
C'était
le
pas le
même
même
genre de
jeune?
voix angélique. Genre.
Ah, je pensais que
C'est pas
c'était
le
le
même
même
genre.
kid.
Mais les deux ont une voix
He was in
angélique.
Drumline though.
Regarde, I haven't seen Drumlight. Je sais
C'est
c'est quoi,
l'ami
mais...
de Nick Cannon.
Ok,
ouais, il a
I
fait
think
un
he
bunch
was,
of
parce que
shit.
j'ai vu des clips.
Ouais,
The dark skin, c'est
Exact.
ça.
Ouais.
He
Shout
was
out to
in-
his mom for the Disney deal. I don't know if you
Simba
know about
hustle.
the royalty thing.
He was
Because I mean,
supposed to
since
get
we're talking
paid.
about labels and shit, like
Exactement, like he sang the I Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Yeah.
They were gonna pay him like what
they
between
were
1
gonna
and
give
3
him
million.
like
Like a one-time payment.
Like a one-time
I
payment
did
of
hear
X
about
It's a big
amount.
ass
Yeah, yeah,
payment,
but-
but the mom
And
said
his
no,
mom
no,
was
no, no,
like,
no, no.
nah, because she had been in the music industry. She had sung
she's
backup for
smart.
some singers on Motown.
Hell yeah,
and
She
shit
did the
like
right
that.
thing because
That's
he's getting
money
paid
for
to
life.
play.
Negotiate the
Exactly.
royalties,
Lion
and he's
King
made
money,
more
bro.
than like 10 times that over
sure.
the years.
Easy,
you know what I mean?
bro.
Because
Easy.
just because that song has been used.
In everything.
And everything, and it's a banger.
Yeah. He did all the Simba singing, not just I Can't Wait to Be King, but all
Ben,
the
tous les
singing.
young Simba.
Ouais, exactly.
Older
All the
Simba,
young
c'est,
Simba. Parce que
yeah.
c'était Jonathan Taylor Thomas who was Simba's
The actor,
voice from Home
Ooh,
Improvement.
wow, you're bringing core memories out right now.
90s
Ouais.
shit. I mean, we're
Yo,
on the
Jonathan
90s
Taylor
vibe
Thomas,
right
c'était
now.
le genre back then, like
He
comme
was like the first
Justin
like,
Bieber type of dude.
That's
the heart-
exactly who I
He
was
was the
thinking
heartthrob,
of. Is
you're
like
right.
Exactly.
Justin
He was the
Bieber,
heartthrob, you're right.
heartthrob.
You're right.
All the girls wanted
I used to be hating
fuck.
on Jonathan Taylor
Yeah,
Thomas.
yeah.
I used to be
Jonathan
hating
Taylor
on him
Thomas
hard
was
in like
that.
I was a
elementary
hater,
school,
but
bro.
then I saw the movie. I'd see a couple of movies with him, and I was like, oh, fuck, he's so fucking cool. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
is
I was a
chill.
little fat kid. I was hating.
me too. I'm same. I was a little chubby.
I was
I was a little chubby kid.
Yeah, I was hating.
Me too.
Because I had the same haircut, low key, but it didn't look as good on me. You know.
That's so
That's all right. That's
funny.
another conversation
That's
entirely.
hysterical, bro. You were talking about the project. We're talking about music.
Oh yeah, je m'en Kanye, c'est ça. C'est vraiment
So,
comme. Puis c'est
Finis
le
ton je
premier.
m'en cognais idée parce que je vais te demander une question sur la musique en fait.
Mais genre comme c'est pour ça que ça me fait chier de pas avoir sorti de musique depuis Je m'en Kanye parce que Je m'en Kanye, ce mixtape, c'est la première fois que j'ai fait quelque chose où est-ce que OK, là je me suis not fully but like découvert musicalement parlant, like the way I like to write puis tout. Fait que genre puis c'est pour ça aussi que c'était une mixtape parce que je voulais pas genre j'avais pas le temps ni l'énergie de deal avec plusieurs producers différents. Now I do. Genre, maintenant, je suis en train de préparer plein de shit, mais genre, dans ce temps-là, c'était comme non. Puis je veux pas les enlever non plus parce que je sais que la même chanson, je peux la recommencer 10, 15 fois. Je t'envoie la chanson. Ah non, finalement, je te la renvoie avec d'autres lyrics. Ah non, finalement, genre, tu sais. Fait que il fallait que je passe par ça. Puis Je m'en Kanye, c'est le premier projet. Puis, like, my 14 fans, like, who heard it, puis les quelques rappers qui l'ont entendu, c'est toujours des gros feedbacks, genre, qu'ils me donnent, genre, tiens. Ça me faisait même chier au début, genre, maintenant, je comprends la game, puis je comprends que c'est comme ça, mais ça me faisait chier, genre, quand je venais de le sortir, il y avait certains rappers qui me disaient, genre, that shit is fire, en privé, puis tout ça, like, I fucking love it, genre, surtout cette chanson, puis tout ça, ce que t'as dit, là, comme The Way You Be Rhyming, never shared it.
Exactly.
Never liked
That's
it.
what- yeah,
J'étais comme,
exactly.
I don't mind that you don't share it, mais genre, le fait que tu me dis que tu l'as écouté, que tu as trouvé que c'était fire, and
Genre,
then
tu
you don't
big me
share
up,
it,
puis and you don't share the shit.
ben
Yeah,
là,
man,
genre,
share the
je
shit.
préférais
Giving
que
you
tu
the love in
me dises de
private.
rien. Ouais.
Yeah.
Mais
I'm the same way.
c'est là que j'ai compris, genre, you know what, I like it. Je suis genre le Backstreet Boy, genre, tu sais. Ça veut dire qu'il y a un petit côté de moi qui est peut-être Backstreet Boys, Drake, dans le sens où est-ce que je suis quelqu'un que genre, les gens vont écouter en cachette, genre, you know what I mean? Ceux qui me filment, ben, c'est en cachette. C'est quand je veux pas montrer aux gens que j'aime. Tu sais, la première fois que j'ai fait entendre une de mes chansons, quand je commençais à rapper en français, une de mes amies, non, tu sais, quand tu fais entendre à des filles, elles sont honnêtes. Genre, tu sais, moi, elle me disait, genre, là, shit trash, moi, j'aime pas ça. Puis ça, c'est comme, yo, la première chanson qu'elle a aimée, she was like, I like it, puis tout ça. Mais c'est comme, j'ai jamais entendu rien dans ce style-là. Fait que, avant d'avouer that I like it, je voudrais le faire entendre à quelqu'un d'autre, voir ce qu'il pense. Puis c'est comme, I wasn't even mad. C'est comme, que ça veut dire que I have something new in my hand, puis tout. Puis c'est là,
There's potential
avec Je m'en
here.
Kanye, en plus, c'est les seules chansons que j'ai commencé à faire. I unlearned all types of shit that people kept telling me, because, like, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that. So many unwritten rules which you should not care about when you're creating, you know? C'est sûr que genre, il y a les basic rules, but you learn the basic rules in order to be able to break them, you know? And do your own thing. Genre, tu sais, on disait à Messi, genre, ton premier album avec des onomatopées, that shit ain't gonna work. Ça work. Snoop Dogg, un album qui parle juste de party, bullshit. That shit ain't gonna work. Il y a toujours quelqu'un pour dire si quelqu'un a jamais fait qu'est-ce que t'as fait, genre, ah, that shit ain't gonna work. C'est comme...
Ouais, some
Ce genre de
pioneering
shit-là,
type
tu sais.
shit. Ouais. Puis t'as toujours été comme ça, like, bar-wise, genre. I think that's one of the... Actually, we're going to talk about the music thing after, since I'm on the bar thing now. But I think the thing that has really, like, stood out and made you kind of, like, rise to the level that you did and become, you know, the GOAT in a lot of people's eyes, if not most people's eyes. For me, c'est parce que comme, puis je dis ça respectfully, mais it's like you've always kind of rapped more like American battle rap. You've always kind of done like more shit that was like more like for URL or even King of the Dot RBE. Like you've always been a lot more, but it's in French, but it's like the style, the psychological, like the communication style is English structured.
Yeah.
But you're manipulating the French language.
Mais c'est comme je parle.
And nobody's really done that.
Ouais, c'est ça qu'on m'a dit beaucoup, genre.
So it's like...
Yo, fun fact, la première fois que j'ai entendu, genre, j'enlève rien à loud parce que je dis tout le temps loud is the GOAT. C'est un des GOAT, genre, mais comme la première fois que j'ai entendu le mot franco-ricain, c'est justement, like, c'était avant. First of all, le premier franco-ricain, c'est genre Impost. Tu sais, genre, qui avait un style vraiment, genre, américain as fuck, mais genre, sans français.
Yeah.
Mais genre, la première fois que moi j'ai entendu ce mot-là spécifiquement, c'était un fan français. Genre, quand j'étais en train de découvrir que, genre, OK, genre, en France, il y a un petit culte. J'ai un petit culte en France que, genre, like, il y en a même qui me disaient, genre, ah ouais, putain, quand il y a un battle de Freddy qui sort, genre, nos amis, on se met ensemble. Puis ça, c'est le moment que j'ai commencé à me sentir mal de comme, OK, genre, faut vraiment que je me force dans tous mes battles parce que. C'est sûr qu'il m'a dit, genre, c'est toujours un gamble. Parce que ça...
I mean, you're a cartoon guy, Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility.
Exactement. Puis ça, je l'ai appris, genre, tu sais. C'est comme, OK, genre, c'est pas mon opposant que je dois battre parce que je peux le battre en pas me préparant parce que même s'il m'a battu, genre, c'est comme, ça va quand même être un battle débattable. Fait que là, ça prouve que, genre, on n'est pas du même niveau. OK, c'est bien beau tout ça, but the fan is not entertained. It's all about the fans being entertained at the end of the day. Fait que ça, c'est une affaire que j'oubliais, genre. Mais bon. De quoi on parle encore?
I'm talking about your writing style.
Quand j'ai commencé à not give a fuck puis à faire des shit simplement que moi je voulais entendre quand je suis en train de marcher dans la rue puis je veux m'entendre, it could be des shit aussi stupides que le roi lion ou bien des shit de rap any style whatever, du Katy Perry style, Père Noël, tous les styles whatever, tu sais, j'ai des maquettes genre super like cringy là, tu sais.
He's the fucking...
Exact, j'ai pas peur d'essayer des shit.
It's very like cartoonish almost. Like the rap style.
Depuis que j'ai pensé comme ça, la première fois que j'ai eu des chansons comme ça, that's what got me signed. You know, tu sais, ils disent que les battle rappers ne vont pas faire. J'ai pu faire des chansons que genre, OK, j'ai pas eu l'accès à plein de personnes pour avoir des millions de views ou some shit, mais j'ai quand même vu de mes propres yeux des réactions de gens qui savaient pas que c'était ma musique, puis que genre, tu sais, genre voir des filles danser sur ma musique, like it's a banger from Drake.
Or ça, from Mace.
Exactement. Je me dis, OK, il y a du potentiel dans le shit, tu sais, c'est comme... Puis... Comme justement la personne qui m'a signé, genre. Puis ça, c'est quelque chose qui est très normal dans l'industrie, mais comme when we sent the song, me and Donnie S, on n'a pas eu de news pendant des semaines. Fait que nous, on était dans un vibe genre, bon, OK, ils ont pas aimé ça, you know, tu sais, move on to the next shit. C'est normal, you know, shit happens.
You're talking about when you sent a song to
the label that signed me, genre.
To get a chance.
To get a chance, ça. Dans le fond, avant, Donnie avait eu un meeting avec eux. Puis après ça, il m'a dit, genre, fais juste envoyer 4-5 chansons, genre. Fait que là, j'ai envoyé les chansons que j'avais fait for fun. Tu sais, moi, je m'en foutais. Dans ces chansons-là, il y avait de Céline Dion song, une chanson de Céline que j'ai refait. Il y avait 2-3 chansons que j'avais littéralement fait juste pour avoir des chansons animées parce qu'elles sounded cartoonish puis fun. Puis à un moment donné, out of nowhere, pendant que je suis à mon travail de centre d'appel, je reçois un texte de Donnie qui c'est un screenshot du texte du gars du label qui dit, genre, yo, on est en train de bump les shit dans le bureau, genre... C'est comme loud, puis tout ça. We're just dancing to it, genre, toute la journée. C'est comme, this shit is fire. On veut un meeting, genre, toute la journée, tout ça. Ça, c'est le genre de shit que j'aime me rappeler, que genre, OK, je sais que there's something inside of me, pause, qui sait faire... Dans le fond, genre, le best moyen de faire les bonnes chansons, c'est de faire un shit que toi, t'aimes entendre. Puis que toi, t'as du fun à faire, whether it works or not. Parce que, disons, tu fais un shit juste pour que ça marche, contre le genre de shit que t'aimes faire, et puis ça marche pas. You'll feel embarrassed, sort of. Mais si c'est quelque chose que t'as voulu faire, you won't feel embarrassed. Que ça marche ou que ça marche pas, you love the song, tu vas continuer à la promote, whatever. Puis au pire, si ça marche pas, ben genre... Exactement. C'est comme, yo, I wanted to make that song, I like it. Moi, quand je l'écoute, je suis comme, what? Puis quand je fais ce genre de chansons-là, je les oublie pas sur stage, si je veux les performer, tu sais. Avant, les chansons que je faisais, parce que, genre, on me disait, il faut que tu fasses une chanson comme ça, une chanson comme ça, une chanson comme ça, genre... Tu sais, des rules, industry rules type shit. Ces genres de chansons-là, man, genre, j'allais sur stage, j'oubliais les paroles, man. Mais il fallait que je passe par ça pour découvrir mon style. Like, tu sais, moi, je suis un late bloomer. J'ai commencé sérieusement entre 25 et 30. Fait que it's now at 40 là, que je suis vraiment
same
découvert.
as
Là,
me.
tu sais.
I dropped
I'm like
my
the
first
40-year-old
single at 27.
version of a rapper. Là, tu sais. 40-year-old virgin. Mais toi aussi, c'est ça.
Well, my first single was 2014, and I was 27 because we're in 2026.
Yeah, I was the other way around. I was like 13, bro.
Wow.
I wish I would have did it the other way around because I feel like I would have given it a better shot when I was older than when I was a fucking kid, you know? But whatever, it happens. Things happen for a reason, I guess. Yeah.
Parce qu'as a kid, j'avais quand même une base. Parce que quand j'écrivais en anglais, moi, je voulais écrire comme Big Pun, puis M, puis Sticky Fingers, ce genre de personnes-là. Fait que, genre, j'étudiais leur... c'est pour ça que, tu sais, I call it my autistic superpowers. Où est-ce que, genre, si tu mets un track de Big Pun, de From 90s, ou de M, whatever, puis avec des gros tongue twisters, c'est comme un robot, je connais le shit par cœur.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Me
same.
too.
Me
Toi
too.
aussi, hein, tu le mets genre...
Yeah, me too, man. I've
dead
had
in the
people
middle with
comment to me
little,
before, like, how do you remember so many lyrics?
Lyrics,
I'm like, I don't even know.
shows,
lines
movies.
from movies and shows that I've seen a million times that I can, as it's happening, as the scene's unfolding, I can do the different characters and
for sure.
voices as it's
For sure.
happening. And it's very like, why is this taking up so much? Because I imagine we have a limited amount of hard drive space or accessible hard drive space.
C'est ça, parce que si tu me dis off the top, je vais pas m'en rappeler, mais si tu mets la chanson, oh, it's gonna come back.
Ouais, exact.
Ça va rechercher le old folder, puis c'est comme, oh, I'm
Yeah,
singing
but
the
you know
words
what's
to
crazy?
it.
You do enough fucking psychedelics, you'll find some shit in your brain that you forgot about
forgot,
a long
yeah.
time ago, brother.
Some shit you might have repressed.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I stay away. I stay away.
Oh man, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it can be, but you
Yeah.
know,
It can be terrifying also.
it can be very true.
Surely.
It can.
Yeah, I don't think those things are recreational, to be honest with you. That's one of the big dangers is to turn that recreational, you know what I'm saying? But
Mais
as
bref,
far as the music thing,
écrire, c'est genre, yo, believe in yourself, man. Puis c'est sûr, it doesn't mean much coming from me, parce que c'est pas comme si j'ai blow up. Mais when I believed in myself for making those kind of songs, c'est là que ça a plus de results. So,
ouais,
I can say that
exact.
much.
Yeah,
Exact.
mais en même temps, genre, tu peux humble brag aussi parce que t'as quand même fait un chemin, bro. Que, nous autres, on a fait passer des entrevues avec plusieurs artistes depuis 5 ans, bro. Puis, obviously, we're more focused on the English side, and there's a lot more difficulty. I hate that we have to bring this up every episode, but like, there's a lot more difficulty on the English side for artists
Work harder,
to
you bums.
to kind of really, you know, pour faire un chemin vraiment dans l'industrie à Montréal, anyway. So, bro, you can humble brag a little bit, man. It's the Hustle Podcast. Pop your shit, brother.
Sure, yeah, dans le fond, le hustle, je sais que mon hustle était bon parce que j'ai eu un window parce que j'ai vu ce que je pouvais faire juste en vivant de l'art, even before being signed. But I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Sauf que maintenant, genre, tu sais que everything that happened. Puis là, genre, je fall back, puis je prépare mes shit. Puis là, je vais just do the same kind of thing, same strategy, except this time I know what I'm doing. That's it.
Right. Yeah. You've had the ups, downs, the failures,
Exact.
the successes. Mais genre, I wanted to talk about the music thing because you kind of brought it up a little bit, but I want to go into it as far as like there's a stigma que les battle rappers, tu sais, peuvent pas faire de la musique. Puis c'est pas aussi, tu sais, comme beaucoup d'opinions dans le rap keb sont basées sur des trucs d'ici, but they don't have a knowledge of things from like otherwhere or the mainstream. But in US, in English and US battle rap, also it's a thing that like battle rappers don't make great music except for a very
selected
few
few.
who serve.
But they
and twerk a
switched the
certain-
narrative now. Well, they changed it. Now it's
Recently.
battle because they noticed a lot of battle rappers can actually make music. So now it's battle rappers can't make hits.
Right,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
But you are somebody who, even though maybe things didn't go the way you wanted to or planned with the deal, you were
j'ai quand même vu des
signed.
ouais.
You were like you did
J'ai
do
des
something
glimpses
that
de
was
qu'est-ce que je
popping
pourrais,
enough that like was dope enough and got you signed. Mais c'est comme you're one of the go battle rappers. Why is the battle rap skill, which is like writing, like which is so important in music, but why is it not translatable from your perspective?
Parce que, genre, pis ça, c'est en me fiant à genre certains battle rappers qui me demandent justement de les apprendre à rapper et tout ça. C'est parce
Genre
que.
on beat?
Parce que Genre, tu sais, t'as des battle rappers que tu vas préférer a cappella que sur beat. C'est pas facile. La raison pourquoi on va t'aimer en a cappella, c'est pas facile de translate that in music. Même moi, quand j'étais jeune, je comprenais pas. Like, me and my boy, when a new D12 track would come out, we couldn't wait for proof verse. And we were always disappointed. Like, how is Proof the best, like one of the best battle rappers and freestyler that we've known at that time? And that's like type of freestyle battle format. Genre, how is he not good on songs if he's good in freestyle? Puis c'est là qu'on comprenait que genre, OK, peut-être que ça ne translate pas toujours bien. Puis c'est une raison pour ça que genre, je sais pas comment l'expliquer. Like, tu peux avoir l'écriture, mais il faut que ce soit agréable à l'oreille. Tu sais? Tu peux avoir les meilleures bars au monde, mais si c'est pas agréable, il y a une raison pourquoi on peut aimer des chansons qu'on comprend rien de ce qu'il dit, genre. Tu sais, il faut que ce soit agréable à l'oreille. C'est pour ça qu'on peut préférer quelqu'un que genre, il va dire genre des shit vraiment simples. OK, quelqu'un qui est vraiment deep, mais qui sonne chiant, va avoir moins d'écoute que quelqu'un qui n'est pas deep, mais qui est agréable à l'oreille. Puis ça énerve souvent des puristes, comme « Oh, ouais, lui, il est plus deep » et tout ça.
He's not saying nothing.
Exactement. Puis, tu sais, les battle rappers, genre, justement, comme on battle a cappella, puis tout, tu sais, on n'a pas les contraintes du beat. Ou est-ce que, genre, ligne après ligne, une ligne peut être, genre, longue comme ça, genre, c'est pas grave, ça doit pas fit dans le beat.
Yeah.
Pour être sûr que ce soit avec le rythme du beat, ce soit
musicality
catchy.
of it, bro.
Exactly, the musicality. That's the word.
Musicality, yeah.
So, c'est pour ça que les deux vont bien ensemble, to be honest, mais genre, there's, like, t'as des famous rappers qui vont prendre des bars des battle rappers, ou bien des famous rappers qui écrivent comme des battle rappers. Tu sais qu'on parlait de Drake,
Drizzy,
ses
yeah.
bars,
We're
you
gonna
know?
get to that.
Drake, Eminem, c'est deux personnes, tu vois que genre, ça paraît que vous écoutez du smack, la façon que vous
Oh
rappez.
yeah, for sure.
Shit like that. Puis, il y a une façon de simplifier les shit, tu sais, de conciser les shit plutôt, pas simplifier, mais like, being more concise. Tu remarqueras que les rappeurs qu'on préfère, c'est ceux qui sont concis, genre à la première écoute. T'as ceux que, genre, OK, tu peux étudier leurs bars et tout. Genre, tu sais, quand tu check... là, je me perds dans mes pensées, là. I'm sorry about that.
Non, mais tu parles de lyricism, puis c'est quelque chose qui me fait penser à, comme, parce que we've had this conversation, and just I've had this conversation with Merker, shout out Merker, making music a lot lately. Go stream my music, everybody. But the conversation we're having was about lyricism. C'est comme, if I can say in 5 words, qu'est-ce qui te prend 25 mots à dire,
Exactement.
who's really the better lyricist?
Voilà.
Because who's a better communicator?
Exactement.
You know what I mean?
Tu sais, they say that like a smart person is someone who can explain something very complicated to you.
In
like,
a very
concise.
easy to
Concise
under, like
manner,
when they
exactly.
like the whole thing, like, okay, well, explain this to me like a 5-year-old.
Exactly.
Like that kind of thing. And I think Drake, even before his jump into being a more of a fan of battle rap, like public supporter and battle rap events and et cetera, and therefore obviously he's consuming a lot of battle rap. But like even before that, I always said that was one of Drake's strongest writing points, and I always used to call it Drakeisms, like where he would the Moment for Life joint where he says because everybody dies but not everybody lives.
Yeah.
It's like he says things that you've heard 10 million times before, but like nobody's said it in a bar before. Even
Wayne,
YOLO, turning a saying like you only live once into a hit
YOLO.
record.
That's a skill. Les gens comprennent pas que that's a skill in itself.
That's a crazy skill because it's like, oh yeah, but that was so easy. But it's like, why didn't anybody do
it's
it?
not easy.
Like why didn't
Little
anybody
Wayne est bon
do that?
là-dedans.
It's not easy,
Little
bro.
Wayne va dire un shit simple that makes me say, yo, how come nobody ever thought of that? Genre,
Brother.
justement, like, one of my favorite ones is...
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Puis
That's
juste
one of the
après-
greatest written bars. Like,
and it's stupid nice. Puis juste après, il dit, women are my dream, I don't sleep so I can't find her. C'est comme- That's beautiful.
But people underestimate how difficult simplicity is.
Exactement.
And this is a perfect bridge into the whole Drizzy shit. You know, I've been wanting to get my job. I would have Canada hat, by the
I
way.
want you to
We
talk
on
about the
top.
Drizzy shit, but just real quick, just
We on
based on
top.
the simplicity thing.
Yo,
One
ça,
of
c'est
my
quelque chose...
favorite
Il y a
quotes.
deux Français qui ont dit ça, justement, sur moi, back then. Puis ça, c'est pas une affaire pour, like, ringing about me, mais juste dans le
Stunned,
sens...
boy.
Dans le sens où est-ce que, pour les gens qui comprennent pas, genre, c'est comme mon battle contre Hermano, quand, what's his name, Black Apart dit c'est pas facile de faire ce que Freddy fait. Ce qu'il veut dire, c'est ça, c'est Vortex qui me l'a expliqué de façon concise. Vortex, c'est le genre de gars que, genre, il explique de façon concise des genres
These
de
are all
choses que
battle
j'essaie-
rappers from France,
Yeah,
by the way.
battle rappers from France. Vortex, c'est le GOAT right
Just to
now.
provide
C'est genre
some
le GOAT.
context.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Puis il m'a dit que genre je pouvais faire des
Shout out RC,
revirements,
Rap
des
Contenders.
revirements de situation en disant 3 mots, genre. Type shit, où est-ce que mon opposant va faire... Moi, je viens avec genre, ton papa à moi. Puis c'est comme c'est plus espacé, tu peux mettre plus de force, plus
100%.
d'intensité, plus de charisme dans chaque shit. Puis ça, c'est vrai que c'est pas facile à faire. Puis je trouve que les gens qui sont simplistes ou whatever sur les chansons, ils font ça, mais genre version chanson. Dans le sens où est-ce que, like, quand Kanye et Jay-Z ont sorti leur album ensemble, il y avait des gens qui se plaignaient parce qu'ils disaient que c'était trop simpliste et tout. Puis à la longue, ils ont compris le vibe.
Yeah.
C'est comme, parce qu'ils, tu sais, par chanson, ils se disent qu'il faut avoir one or two catchy-ass punchlines que tout le monde voudra répéter. Puis le reste, c'est du filler, mais que genre, c'est rythmique, puis c'est bon, and it sounds
Oh,
good.
for sure.
Yeah.
If people want to, I mean, you don't want to always be dissecting and having to overthink every single thing in the world. And even
And you
then, you
can.
want to sometimes you want to like have something that's you're both saying it's very difficult to create something that's sounds original, catchy, etc., but without being corny or whack or
Yo,
there's
Kendrick.
such a thin line.
Kendrick, il est bon là-dedans. Tu sais. C'est comme, moi, je préfère Drake que Kendrick, mais je donne à Kendrick ses flowers. Parce que justement, il peut faire des shit deep que tu étudies puis tout ça. Mais even if you don't study that shit puis que tu comprends rien, it sounds catchy genre, à
Oui,
l'oreille.
tu
Tu
vas
sais.
comprendre le bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch
Exactement,
don't
ça
kill
a
my
bien
vibe.
ma vibe. Ça. Puis tu sais, tout le monde.
I know you may not be a fan, but I wanted to say
Yo,
the simplicity
moi, je suis un fan de
thing.
Drake, puis je dis ça. Tu sais, c'est comme...
Before we get into Drake and Iceman and Canada's reign on top, and maybe talk about the halves if we want, but the thing about simplicity is one of my favorite quotes. I believe it's I forget his name, but I think he wrote Tom Sawyer. I forget the writer's name now.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. I think it's Mark Twain who said he was writing a letter to a friend of his, and the letter was relatively long, and he ended the letter by saying, it's one of my favorite quotes, and he said, like, I'm sorry I couldn't write you a shorter letter. I didn't have enough time.
That makes a lot of sense. Enough time to understand everything enough
And
to
just
put it in a few words.
Tell you what I need to, and that's it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That
So
makes
like I
perfect
think
sense.
that's one of the hardest things to balance and blend. And you know, if we want to talk about the Iceman, the cold season.
I was laughing because I think that's what I'm gonna say to you next time I send you a 3-minute voice note. I'll be like, I was gonna text you, but brother, I just need to get this shit out right now. Like basically, like chill with the fucking voice notes, bro. No. It's just I'm sorry. That's how I express myself, man.
I understand, man. Moi aussi, quand je suis inspiré, voice notes.
Oh, ouais.
You've seen it.
Oh yeah, facts. But I like the back and forth of a voice note too, because also shout out to the platforms that I can press X2 on. So like,
no,
you know,
100%.
voice note me on, don't voice note me in the cell phone. Voice note me on Facebook Messenger or Instagram or WhatsApp so I can click ×2 and make it go way faster.
100%. Yeah, it'll be a minute and a half.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? It's a fact. I'm sorry.
Shout out Holden, because he be doing that too. He be sending me like
machine guns.
yo, like 6 voice notes in a row,
yeah,
like
yeah.
2.5. It's like,
It's like, bro, that's 12 minutes.
goddamn, son.
That's 12 minutes. Yeah. It's 12 minutes. That's 12 minutes. Let's talk about Iceman, bro.
Okay.
I've been down to talk about Iceman, bro, and I'm really
Plot
glad.
twists.
I'm really glad the way that this lined up. That we have a battle rapper in the building too, technically, but we have a guest who's a battle rapper in the building because one of the things that I saw that I kind of wanted to lead the conversation with was a post from the Saurus, right? From he's a I think he's Canadian battle rapper.
I was
right?
mad at that.
I was
If
mad
it's the
too.
post,
Oh, I commented.
The Saurus,
If it's the post, I think,
Saurus
It is.
is
I'm
not
mad.
a Canadian battle rapper.
he's not Canadian?
He's a legendary GOAT. He is from the States. He's
Okay,
from
my bad.
He's from
Ouais.
the
Je lui donne
Vegas
ses fleurs
area.
pour
He's,
ce qu'il fait.
he's a 2-time Scribble Jam World Champion.
Yeah,
He's
there's
a
no
2-time
hate. I'm not hating
He's
on
also
the
the
match.
homie. Like
Okay, so shout
like
out.
straight the homie, like to the point that like if I were to like show you. Like I literally
don't
shout
wanna
out my
see
boy
it.
Thesaurus.
C'est
Like
le post
I was
that I
just
think you're talking
texting
about?
with all
him.
the bars, right?
Like if you look at
Oh,
my
I was
phone
mad.
here,
Me
like
too.
we were
Yeah,
just
yeah.
talking the other day. Like we
Well,
text and
that's
like,
amazing.
He's the homie.
And shout out to
Il
him.
est super sympathique.
But you
Je l'ai
want to
rencontré
talk
une fois.
about
Il est
him
sympathique.
hating on Drake, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
So-
ça, c'est un shit que je reproche au battle rapper. Now, I'm gonna say it after.
My fault.
I'm gonna say it after you say your point,
Big
genre.
muscles are in the way of my camera,
No, it
bro.
was my hand, but it's,
Parce que moi, il y a des shit que je reproche. Étant le pont entre les deux, ou bien le gars qui fait les deux, genre, je vois qu'est-ce que les rappeurs comprennent pas des battle rappers, puis qu'est-ce que les battle rappers comprennent pas des rappeurs.
Exactly.
But now, say your point.
Well,
and
because
then-
basically the post that he made was he kind of just took a bunch of the different punchlines from the Iceman project and was like, these punchlines are all trash. So here's the
Man
thing.
was a nice man.
If you're looking at it from just the lens of battle rap, I could understand because obviously when you say I'm next to Jordan like I'm Lebanese, which by the way is fucking fire.
It's not a bar.
That's a
Jordan like
fire,
I'm
Même
bar,
dans
bro.
un battle, it's not a
But
bar.
if you're looking at it from the context of a battle where you're setting up entire rhyme schemes that are gonna lead into one another, I can understand how you could just pick out one bar and be like, that bar was trash.
No,
Without the
even in a
context.
battle, it could be good. Mais c'est
Yeah.
ça, parce que prendre un bar out of context,
But
that's trash. That's stupid.
exactly.
That's
So,
stupid.
but my whole thing is, let's not just look at it from the context of battle rap. Let's look at it from the context of the song that line was in. The whole fucking song is,
You're talking about Run to Atlanta for those who don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
on-
yeah.
That bar's on Run to
Right,
Atlanta. And,
but like-
and Drake has a crazy bar about the St. John Baptist to the Lamb.
Yeah.
The Lamborghini, because St. John Baptist got
but the
cut
whole
off. Jesus.
project.
En plus, dans les choix, il y a hate sur le Envy, like Nevada.
Yeah.
But
That's a battle rap bar.
Ouais, quand Harlow, il a dit,
Yeah, exactly.
C'est pour ça, c'est des hypocrites.
Exactly.
When it comes to hating, people are selective. Like, c'est comme-
100%. But
Yeah.
like,
No, no,
but like
continue.
my whole thing is like, let's not just look at it from the lens of battle rap. Let's look at it from the lens of he gave us. We're just talking about Iceman. We're not even talking about the other two.
Yeah.
He gave us a project full of what we've all been wanting from Drake for the longest. He's just barring out punchline after punchline, witty. It's cohesive.
Rapping his
Every
ass
song
off.
slaps. Now, my whole thing is cool. You want to look at it from the battle rap lens, no problem. But when you can get every single female on planet Earth to be using your music as the caption for their IG post, come talk to me. Iceman, we on
Drake's
top right
been
now.
very captionable for most of his career.
He's
That's
amazing
like,
at-
that's
YOLO.
what I'm talking about the Drakeisms of like being able to say things that are very like genre. Drake is very good at saying things that are opposite in order
I know
to
what you
make
mean.
some kind of a like not always points, but in order to incite a feeling. That's something that I've always said Drake is very, very good at. He's very good at saying bars that like incite a certain feeling. Like
Yes. But he's also very good. What makes Drake, in my opinion, elite level is his ability to always have his finger on the pulse of what's popping in the world or in society. What he's able to just say shit effortlessly that everybody's gonna feel. There's no other bro. You
Les gens
go,
comprennent pas, that's a skill.
bro, but that's what I'm saying, and he's not. We're not giving him the credit for this. I don't think like when people are making these posts and dissecting the project, and it hasn't even been a week, but it's a trash Yo, bro,
Having a catchy song, which is like sounds good to the ear without knowing the lyrics, plus having cool punchlines, sick punchlines, stupid punchlines, all types of different kind of
Yeah,
punchlines.
facts.
You're gonna ignore everything just to nitpick that one punchline you didn't like and say, "Yo, that's trash." Yeah. That's ignorance.
It's like
Comme genre,
we were
où sont
just
les
in the
chansons
whip and we were
thesaurus?
listening to a couple of the joints.
You know?
Il y a une chanson Cheetah Print. He had the Scary
Oh,
Spice bar.
Ouais,
Tell
Scary
me what.
Spice.
Tell you what I want. Now tell me what you want with like Scary Spice, girl. No,
C'est
nice,
facile.
girl.
Je pourrais prendre ça et dire, that's so stupid en le montrant out of context. Mais c'est
Ouais.
comme, tu l'écoutes puis c'est comme, t'as bounce quand il a dit, là. Stop it.
But I will say this about the thesaurus thing, and a lot of people's opinion
Où sont les
about.
chansons de thesaurus? C'est comme, t'as le droit d'avoir ton opinion, mais genre,
100%.
oublie pas, genre, people.
But for me,
quand
it's
ils
not
donnent leur
even.
opinion,
For
ils
me, it's not
oublient.
even. I don't even think it's about that. For me, my biggest issue, which is sad, I was actually talking to Chrome about this. Shout out Chrome. He'll get up here at some point.
Maybe
soon,
next
'cause
week
we were
we'll talk
talking
about
But one thing that I was telling him is because of the battle, the Kendrick, the beef, all that. I feel like it sucks because the world has become. It's like you have to pick a side,
Tribal.
and you can't be a fan of both.
Tribal.
You can't like. You can't be
ridiculous.
objective. Like you can't be like, oh, this is good music or this is good rapping. It's because it's like, well, I think Kendrick won the battle. Like, do I think Kendrick won the beef and the battle? Kinda. Yeah.
he won the battle. He's
but
not gonna win the war though.
war is
Exactly.
something that's going on that's bigger than that.
Yep.
That's
And
from Nas, Jay-Z.
Drake has proved to be exactly. That's
Jay-Z
the best
won the
example
wars, yeah.
because Nas Ether was the not like
classic.
us of that
Yeah.
era.
Jusqu'à aujourd'hui, c'est un
time.
classic.
Jusqu'à aujourd'hui,
Bro,
it
if you
became
were-
a
if you-
lexicon.
if
you
you
got
went out- yes.
ethered.
You know?
It turned
Yes.
into
Exactement.
a
That's
part
different,
of our.
c'est ça.
It's like
Yes.
Eminem with
Stan, ouais. Stan, Ether,
Great minds think alike.
Bootylicious.
But I
genre,
feel
c'est
like
des mots qui
that's
sont-
the thing is like that sucks that the era we're in now where it's like
have to
you know
pick a
like
side.
I made a post about Drake the other day because I was talking to some of my students. Obviously my day job I make music. I work with high schoolers. And sometimes we talk about various things and we were talking about the Iceman project, we we're talking about Drake. And they were asking me like, yo, how long have you heard Drake? I was like, listen to Drake, whatever. And like I was thinking about it, it was like since 06, 07 when my boy Chad Ash put me on. Shout out Chad, we gotta have him up too. Daddy project out now. And I was like, oh wow, like I've been listening to Drake since before most of my students were born. Because it's been almost 20 years. Because he wasn't blown up then. Like So Far Gone came out 2009, 2010.
Ouais,
Mais genre, me, I was listening to Drake Comeback Season and Room for Improvement when he was still an actor on Degrassi. When he was still Wheelchair Jimmy. When he was still Jimmy Brooks. I say all that to say I made a post not saying Drake is the greatest ever. Yo, Kendrick sucks. Yo, nothing. Just saying like, yo, it's crazy to think that I've been listening to Drake for almost 20 years. Like, how old am I? And most people was cool, laughing. Oh, time goes by so fast on that. Mais on like, yo, not like us. Parce que mon shit share partout automatically. Parce que mes comptes sont liés. Mais on Threads, il y avait un gars who, his first comment just came in there. Oh, that was a waste of a 20 years then. And I love the comment section. So I go back and forth with people constantly. And I obviously roasted the guy and he was getting more and more annoyed. But at a point I was like, bro, you're here interacting with me. So either I'm not that corny or I'm not whack, or because I'm eliciting reaction and response from you. And more so than that, why do you care that I'm making a post saying, like, I'm Canadian? Of course I heard Drake before most of you guys. Like you guys didn't know who Drake was. And by the way, the people that like are like, fuck Drake forever because I love Kendrick, or fuck Cole forever because I love Drake or whatever. It's like, I knew Drake before them. Sorry, dog. I heard of Drake in 06. Where was J. Cole and Kendrick in 06? No offense, but like...
Yo, on a connu Drake quand il faisait ses preuves,
when I first started listening to Drake, I was getting made fun of for listening to Drake because he was making music that was like very like vulnerable and emotional and for girls. And before that was cool. Like he took Kanye's pink polo essence and energy and ran with it.
Listen, I'm not supposed to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Drake made being light skinned acceptable in hip hop. Let's just say I know I shouldn't say it, but fuck it, I just did.
Keith Sweat.
It is what it is.
Yo, he made it cool again, that's for sure.
He definitely like.
C'est comme, je veux pas promouvoir le colorisme or nothing, mais c'est quand même vrai qu'il y avait genre le stéréotype de genre
softer man.
Yeah, type shit.
I was kidding, but yeah, you know what I'm saying though. But,
no, of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No. It's definitely I think the project is dope. Me personally, I mean,
bro,
Iceman is like, it's been a great rollout. It's been very. You said he has his finger on the pulse. I think Drake is really like good at understanding the waylay of the land.
Yes.
Ah oui, yo,
you know, he understands that like the streaming world is a thing. That's why he's been out in the streaming world in the last few years, and like how he did the rollout for Iceman, randomly dropping live streams, and it was like 2-hour-long live streams, like, and he was playing the music in the background and different things. Like, it's been very interesting for me to see his comeback to the scene. It just sucks. And the point that I was making, I'm sorry, because I kind of actually forgot. I got a Freddy vibe. I forgot what I was saying for a second.
I know what it is. That A
but yeah, the A. But I say all that to say that, like, it's just, it sucks that we live in a world where it's like, I feel like if this drop happened before the beef happened, people would be losing their fucking minds.
100%.
They'd be like, oh my fucking God, Drake dropped, he thought we were only getting one album. We got 3. What do you mean you did 3 albums? And like, one's a rap album, and one's the R&B singing album, and one's the like funky club international Afro experimental shit. Like, wow, Drake is the greatest. But now it's just like, Drake's whack.
That's okay though, parce que c'est pas que Drake, c'est the opposite of love is not hate, c'est indifference. You know? Fait que le monde qui ont du hate, you know what I mean? Le monde qui ont du hate, c'est parce que genre, ça les dérange. Personne n'est indifférent.
Comme le boy comme le patinet sur Threads qui était comme, ouais, mais t'as gaspillé 20 ans à écouter du Drake. J'étais comme, ouais, mais t'as gaspillé ton temps à write to my comments, bro.
Exactement. Genre,
c'est
moi,
ça ma réponse.
Si j'aime pas quelque chose,
oh, yo, you know you wasted your time, like, because like, I've not heard from strangers on the internet.
À la base, lui, il est en train de perdre son temps en train de parler de Drake en même temps.
You're still gobbling Drake.
T'as Drake dans ta bouche en ce moment. Drake sait pas qui tu es. Il est dans ta bouche, il ne sait pas qui tu es. C'est pour ça que, genre, tu sais, on a tous nos insécurités avec les haters, des fois. Puis c'est comme, tous ces genres de shit-là, ça me rappelle que, genre, OK... Ça me rappelle surtout que, genre, a hater hates you si, like, tu continues whatever you do, mais ça le fait encore plus chier si tu continues de faire ce que tu fais, puis no matter what he says, mais que, genre, d'autres personnes actually likes you. Ça les dérange, genre, comme, il va essayer de convaincre c'est pas assez pour lui de lui... Tu sais, moi, si j'aime pas, for example, Ja Rule, I'm still happy for Ja Rule qu'il ait des fans. Mais il y a des gens que c'est tellement des haters que genre, c'est comme, OK, non, je veux que les gens qui aiment Ja Rule, ils aiment pas Ja Rule pour les mêmes raisons que j'aime pas Ja Rule. C'est kind of like, let's say a girl who's not conventionally pretty, elle se trouve belle, puis elle va se dire, moi, elle est assez confiante pour se trouver belle. C'est pas assez pour des haters que genre, cette fille-là, moi, je la trouve pas belle. C'est comme, non, je vais aller écrire un commentaire parce que j'aimerais que toi, tu ne te trouves pas belle, type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird behavior.
Exactement.
Puis genre, tout le monde en même temps trouve que t'es pas belle aussi.
C'est ça,
I
je préfère.
say
Je veux que les
very
gens t'aiment pas. Je veux
often
que
that hating
c'est
is
le genre
a
de haters de
mental
Drake, c'est comme ça.
health
It
issue.
is.
Because if you have enough time and energy to invest yourself into actually like hating something, like this thing is so whack that I have to engage with it. It's so whack
prenne
that
mon
I'm
temps pour-
dedicating time and energy of my life and livelihood towards something that I don't like. Why don't you just not watch or listen? And this isn't even a Drake conversation.
No,
This is
ça,
just my
c'est
advice to people in general.
c'est comme-
Stop talking about stuff that you don't like. If you see creators or videos or
If it's something
just
you
turn
like,
it off. You have the ability to turn off. You can unfollow people you don't like, you know. You don't have to
Exact.
like just like gobble shit
on
up.
parle de
all the time.
hater.
It's crazy to me.
Constructive criticism is good, mais genre, si on parle vraiment de hater qui est toujours là, c'est le premier à être là pour hate puis tout ça. tu sais,
Ouais,
I've
t'es
had
first
some of
in
these.
the comments, là.
I've had motherfuckers like that. Ça, c'est comme, OK, genre, t'es dédié à moi. That's kind of
Mais
weird.
comme t'as
genre.
dit, le Iceman shit, it's like the album dropped at midnight. It's almost 3 hours of music.
12:01.
It's like 43 songs. And like at 2 a.m., you're like, all 3 albums are garbage.
It's trash,
You haven't
bro.
even had time to physically consume the
C'est ça.
music.
That's crazy.
But I think, you know, like, I think
That's wild.
with the whole hating thing, unfortunately, though, like, if we really look at it from an objective perspective, like, ce que les réseaux sociaux nous a montré, en fait, c'est que moi, je pense que c'est vraiment human nature to hate, bro.
It is.
Unfortunately.
It is.
I think it's in our nature, brother. There's no other explanation because la plupart du monde vont hate, bro, sur n'importe quoi qui sort.
You
bro.
know what? I want
Ça,
to
il faut
disagree
transformer ce
because
hate.
I want to say that
There's a way of transforming that hate.
This is what I wanted to say. is
Channeling
I
that hate,
disagree because I believe that the biggest issue that we've been fooled and manipulated into believing is that like someone else's success or fandom or etc means that there's like less chance or opportunity or probability for you to have
That's
anything.
super weird because
And-
I feel the opposite, especially when I see someone I like succeeding. C'est comme ça me motive. Genre,
This
type
is
shit.
us, like, oh, and especially, and that should be the mentality. Especially if you honestly think something is bad, if you think this guy if you think that our podcast is terrible, if you think the Freddy's a terrible battle rapper, if you think my music's terrible, that means that you have the opportunity to do something better. That you should be focusing and harnessing your energy on instead of putting your energy, thought process, and intentionality behind hating or being like, yo, that guy, he shouldn't be on tour. He shouldn't have as many Spotify followers. His music's whack. But is it hurting you? Like, is it hurting your life? Are you like why are you like back to the smaller thing, like the Drake thing? It's like, why are you guys losing sleep over something you don't like?
C'est ça, c'est comme... tu sais, c'est comme un gars que genre, il a l'idée préconçue that he doesn't like me, so whatever I do, he's not gonna like it. C'est le premier à 10. Fuck him. Mais quelqu'un que genre, il va me dire un shit comme genre, I used to like you type shit, ou genre, ça me fait chier que genre, oh, je suis déçu, whatever. That's the kind of comment. Ça, c'est bon. Ça, c'est le genre de shit, genre, I heard Drake fell off. Ooh, I needed that. Tu sais, moi, my ooh, I needed that moment, c'est quand un fan m'a dit, genre, depuis quand un char blindé comme toi se préoccupe de l'opinion des gens, genre. And I was like, oh, il me voyait comme un char blindé, genre, tu sais.
Wow.
No matter what people said, genre, je continuais de faire whatever I did. Puis c'est comme, ooh, I needed that, tu sais. Type shit, mais comme... Haters pour hate, c'est un peu comme genre, disons, moi, je déteste les guitares, j'aime pas les guitares, je sais que je veux pas avoir de guitare une seule fois dans ma vie, Je suis en train de marcher à côté d'un guitar store. Je rentre dans le guitar store pour leur dire hey, I hate guitars. All your guitars suck. Fuck guitars. Puis je m'en vais, genre c'est comme tu sais, c'est comme
C'est un malade mental.
Yo,
c'est
running
ça.
up to people at the cash out. Yo, you're really gonna spend your money on guitars?
exactement,
bro?
genre what the fuck is wrong with you? Tu sais, il y a des gens, il y a juste une vérité pour eux, genre il y a juste une ils se peuvent pas se mettre dans la peau des autres, genre comme like, tu sais, même moi que genre par exemple qui est un gros fan de Eminem de back then, je déteste son style de maintenant, genre c'est comme blablabla, mais je suis capable de dire comme il y a un whole fanbase de maintenant qui aime ce style-là.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for him.
True.
The person. Moi, je préférais quand sa vie allait fucking mal puis qu'il rappelait genre. So,
Shout out to sober, positive life
Exactement,
Eminem.
ça, I'm
For
super
sure.
happy
We
for
want
him.
health and happiness for
mais dans
all.
le temps où genre,
But, you know,
tout allait mal dans ta vie puis ça faisait la meilleure musique.
Borrow
là,
a
tu sais.
quote from the
I'm a
fighting-
criminal.
Yeah, exactly.
facts. I'll borrow a quote from the fight world, which is that it's hard to train hard when you're waking up in silk sheets, brother. You know, when
Makes
Conor
perfect
McGregor
sense.
type
Ils sont pas
shit.
hungry,
bro.
c'est ça.
Yeah,
Ça, c'est comprenable, tu
You,
sais.
you don't have that hunger anymore.
Exact. And he still got the old shit que, tu sais. Mais the point is que I forgot what the point was.
Man, shout out to Floyd
J'ai perdu le
Mayweather
nom.
on the discipline of like still coming to the
Still
table.
being
To,
hungry.
like, I want to ask you about that because like you know you were just saying about like the lows, and it's like, is it because you were kind of like at the peak? Because I feel like Drake is kind of like in the top spot, and I feel like him coming back is kind of like reassuring that he's once again in the top spot. And I
reclaiming
feel
the
like
top spot.
I feel like that's like automatically gonna have people want failure or
Of
want
course. Les gens aiment pas
to
quelqu'un qui
hate
gagne.
because it's like, oh, that guy's been at the top too long.
You know what it is, bro? It's the LeBron effect. It's the Jordan effect.
Toujours,
we get
hein.
so used to this person being the guy. He's the guy, right? He's the fucking guy. No matter what he does, he's the guy.
Yours truly, the boy.
So we literally get used to, yo, bro, Drake's the guy. Like he's been the guy for the last 15, 20 years. We're used to Drake being the guy. We take it for granted, bro. And it literally gets to a point where not even as just artists, even as fans, we start to resent him for just being the guy.
There's some people, I mean, like, I'm nowhere close to Drake in terms of notoriety, but I sort of felt that around the time when I won the belt. Like, I really felt like people didn't like me having a belt. Puis après ça, genre, whenever I'd win a battle, people would have excuses as to why I won. Genre, c'est comme, oh non, c'est pas lui qui était supposé gagner, puis tout ça. Puis ça, c'est comme, en tout cas, je voyais un vibe de comme, genre, plus j'avoue que j'avais une attitude, je faisais mon alley un peu, genre, talking shit, puis tout ça, genre, I'm the greatest, personne peut rien me faire, whatever. Mais c'est comme, ça n'a rien à voir avec, genre, leur notoriété, but juste le fait de voir de comme, OK, ouais, genre, si je gagne, puis je perds, puis tout ça, genre, y'all seem to like me, mais si je gagne trop, genre, ou bien, genre, je suis dans une position où j'ai l'air de gagner trop, yo, j'avais du hate random que je n'étais pas habitué dans ce temps-là. Maintenant, genre, c'est comme, I'd welcome it si, genre, j'étais encore...
Nobody wants to watch the Super Bowl when the fucking one of the teams is up 35. Like when my Eagles beat the Chiefs a few years ago, I was like, yes, bro, run up the fucking score on these fucking losers, bro. But everybody watching is like, oh, this is a whack game. I'm turning it off.
J'avais les deux. Genre, I'd have either, genre, comme merci de me ramener l'intérêt au battle rap, mais j'avais aussi des gens comme des singes, là, racist shit out of nowhere, puis tout ça, juste parce que.
C'est Internet.
ça reste Internet.
It's what the Pandore, man. The
But
internet is
I think a
fucking
better-
Ah, un petit singe, man.
I think a better metaphor than LeBron and Jordan is Drake is the Patriots. When the Patriots went on the Patriot, he's Brady. He's Brady. People get tired of fucking Tom Brady after all. Yeah, we all know he's the greatest. We all know he's the greatest. But all right, bro, it's enough. Like it's been, you know what I mean? It's been 5 in a row. Like, can we let somebody else? You know what I mean? Let Kendrick come in and do it. So that I think that's what it is with Drake more than anything. But I think what people are missing also with these 3 albums is that what's going on in the industry right now. And people aren't paying attention, brother. People aren't paying attention. First of all, he owed UMG 3 albums. He dropped them all at one time to
That's
get
what
out of
I'm
his
hearing.
deal.
That's what
Let's
I'm
talk.
hearing.
This
Ça,
is
c'est beautiful.
This is
That's
three.
what I'm
This
hearing
is
the
3D
deal. Ouais,
chess.
de quelqu'un qui était dans un contract dispute.
This is 3D chess, brother.
That's
this
beautiful.
is 3D chess that he's playing. Okay, that's the first point. The second point is the guy came out because we all had the same reaction when he was suing Kendrick Lamar for the pedophile line. Well, how you gonna go in a rap battle now? You're suing, yo, Drake's a pussy. This and we all thought I said it out of my own mouth.
I've never said that, Drake. I just want you to know that I'm a big fan.
I'm guilty. I'm a big fan too.
Big fan.
I'm a big fan
Big
too.
fan, mais moi, j'étais guilty parce que, genre, I got sued against. Genre, ça, j'étais genre,
Right, those
oh,
are
no.
the best of that,
It
right?
hits you different. It hits you different. And now he's coming out and saying, no, guys, no. I'm not suing the man for a lot. I'm suing the label for faking
That's why he was
billions
always-
of streams.
yeah, he was always-
And you know what I mean? So
It
it's
was
like,
always a leverage play too.
Yeah,
Like, he
but-
discusses it somewhat on the Iceman
Yeah.
album about leverage and the label and them not necessarily. This is why artists oftentimes use accountants to audit
Yeah.
the label because sometimes there's money that's sitting there for you to collect as an artist, but the label is not going to tell you.
They're gonna tell you.
But I have a bigger point though.
Yeah.
Because
Please
watch
continue.
me bring this home because this is gonna. I want to bring you guys back to the beef with Kendrick. I want to bring you back to Family Matters. I want to bring you back to the rhyme scheme about Michael Jackson and Prince. What do they both have in common? They both went against who?
their labels. Yeah.
Facts.
Bro, this shit is all Drake. He's the GOAT, bro. Like this, he's bringing back shit from 2 years ago without even saying it. Just like, did you catch? I hope you caught it. If you didn't, I'm not gonna remind you. But I said this 2 years ago, bro. Come on, man. You guys aren't paying attention, bro. You guys aren't fucking paying attention.
Go on your Drake rant, bro.
Un affaire qui m'a déçu, genre, tu sais, pendant my sort of beef with the label pis tout, c'est que j'ai vu, genre, certains rappers que c'est comme, ils sont tellement, genre, desperate for that subvention type shit que c'est comme, okay, whatever the authority says is true. Tout ça, il faut jamais go against the authority. Damn near made me forget that hip hop used to be like music for rebels.
It's
Rebels
100%.
music. Tu sais, c'est comme,
And
t'as pas le droit de dire des choses comme ça. Comment ça tu fais going against the authority? How dare you? C'est là. Tu sais, exactly. C'est comme, non. Les boss ont toujours raison. Whatever they say about you, it has to be true. C'est comme, whatever. Anyways, ça c'est, je veux pas partir non plus à les diss again parce que ça me mettrait dans la merde. But the point is, moi quand je l'ai fait, mon first fight against the power, c'était surtout, ça c'est quelque chose qui est assez connu, c'est que les labels, they don't care about an artist's mental health. Même quand tu regardes Get Him to the Greek, what's his name, Jonah Hill, c'est ça son whole speech à... I mean,
At that pedophile Russell Brand.
Exactly.
Okay, we
C'est
can
comme
talk
ça.
about it. He's
C'est-
disgusting pedophile.
He's fucking disgusting,
He was
mais
in an
dans ce temps-là, je
interview
le savais pas
admitting
encore.
that when he was 31 or 32, he
Yes,
slept
sex-
with a
16-year-old,
16-year-old because it was legal in the UK.
He
But
thought it was legal.
No, it was the
was
age
legal
of
in the
consent
UK?
in the UK is 16.
Okay.
A 16-year-old can sleep with a 45-year-old if they want. And he was out here in an interview explaining and saying like, "Oh, but I was an immature 31-year-old." And, you know, she was 16, which, you know, maybe immorally is wrong. But I just want to make sure that I say that it was not illegal. But there's a lot of things coming out about
I'm a
Russell
rock
Brand
star, and we was
recently.
doing
They
drugs.
talked about the rock star and drugs
Exactly.
and all this stuff. But,
So
like,
yeah, that it's.
but anyways,
it's-
back
but
to
that
your point about
pedophile,
getting
yeah.
to the Greek.
Exactement, puis c'est que, tu sais, à la fin, quand son arm is all fucked up, puis tout ça, puis comme il est même pas bien mentalement, puis comme,
And they want him
he
to
still gotta perform, puis
Ouais.
ça, puis là, il fait un gros speech, c'est comme, c'est dommage que ce soit genre Russell Brand, puis Diddy. genre.
Ouais. C'est trop drôle que c'est Diddy aussi qui était le label.
Yo, Diddy is just
exec
playing
dans le
himself
shit,
at this
genre.
point,
Oh
man.
yeah, 100%.
Yo, you know what else is like, parenthèse qui a pas rapport, genre, l'autre jour, je regardais Face Off, puis j'ai vu le most foreshadowing thing I've ever seen. Danny Masterson plays a rapist in that. All right, now, back to what was... Yo.
Wow.
Ça, c'est une différence aussi que je veux dire aux gens. Genre, c'est comme, tu sais, quand on est en battle rap puis tout ça, c'est comme, the whole point was me saying the wildest shit I could say. Fait que c'est sûr que genre, OK, il y avait des jokes de viol puis tout ça, puis c'est comme, which is totally wrong. Mais dans la vraie vie, je trouve ça fucked up que genre, si tu dénonces des vrais violeurs, c'est comme, you're the bad guy, genre.
Ouais.
Puis eux, ils se font protéger, type shit. Surtout s'ils sont powerful. Mais ça, c'est a whole other conversation.
Yeah, that's
again.
the Weinstein
Again,
bag, bro.
type shit, ouais.
The
Parce que-
Epstein bag, bro.
Parce qu'il y a ce genre de shit là ici, on a smaller scale là, tu sais, toutes
yeah.
les fois que j'ai call out genre stratège, lui j'ai le droit parce que c'est genre he never sued me, puis lui I've actually seen some shit. Les gens le traitent comme l'oncle pédophile que la famille protège, genre ah ben ouais, il y a un caractère, c'est tonton, il est comme ça. Mais anyways, je veux pas vous mettre dans la merde avec
No,
stratège,
but
mais
it
c'est
is
comme
nasty work
I'm
how
with
the
it.
industry.
yo, sur ma
how
page
people
TikTok,
move.
follow me on TikTok. Sur mon TikTok, il y a actually 2-3 genre screenshots de des femmes qui m'ont dit merci d'avoir exposé stratège parce que c'est un fucking agresseur. Moi, je l'ai vu devant moi trying to fight like little girls type shit. Fait que quand c'est pas out of nowhere que j'ai call out et en plus là, he owed me money. mais genre, tu sais, I owe money to people, mais genre, c'est comme, ça, c'est, c'est plus, c'est le fait que he doesn't even plan on giving it back to me, genre, type shit, il me l'a volé cet argent-là. Moi, l'argent que je dois aux personnes, c'est comme, I'll give it back to you, genre, eventually. But I will give it back to you. Mais genre, comme, lui, c'est vraiment genre, non, je t'ai volé l'argent, j'ai pas remis ce que je devais remettre, puis c'est comme... En tout cas, again, the point is, c'est que genre, il y a certaines personnes, s'ils sont utiles à plusieurs personnes, on dirait que genre, people are going to treat him like the pedophile uncle that everyone protects. Même les gens qui le connaissent, ils disent, ben ouais, c'est vrai qu'il y a du caractère. Oh, c'est tonton, il est fucked up.
I will say also that's one thing that sucks about, you know, the battle is that, you know, if people like want to say whatever they want to say about Drake, I do think it sucks, and it must have sucked for him as a person who has a kid, who in some way, shape, or form is still a human being, to have quote unquote the whole world being like a minor calling you a pedophile at the Super Bowl, like,
and they don't really care about the victim,
and like
Facts, bro.
But more so than that,
if they
there's
did,
no victim from Drake. There's no like I know that there's probably people who are gonna see me talking about this and say, yeah, but what about this or that or the other? There's never been anybody who's ever come out and said some kind of negative thing about Drake in that light. And there's no documented proof of him dating fucking 14-year-olds or trying or any. And I think it's whack because Drake just did this thing with this family who was a streaming family. You've seen the thing.
I've seen it with the Escalade.
And there's so many comments online of people being like, oh, see Drake with the little girl trying to groom her or this or that. And it's just like, bro, if that's your first thought when you see that video,
You're fucking weird.
you're a weirdo, bro. Oh, Drake just looking for his next wife. Yo, dog, you guys gotta chill.
Surtout qu'ils aiment des personnes qui ont fait des shit beaucoup plus weird que ça, genre comme...
Actual crimes.
C'est
Like,
ça,
there's people
des
who are
actual
like, there's actual,
qui ont fait
like,
des Elvis, Seinfeld type shit, là, tu sais. c'est comme-
And he's at Just for Laughs this year. So
The Flash, the guy who played the Flash,
Yo.
was had enough of that shit. Like, even
know,
to say, like, because you talked about the
le
Michael
Joker,
Jackson
là,
movie.
le whack Joker, what's his name? Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Il y avait un call.
Yeah, exactly. But you talked about the Michael Jackson and how, like, you know, there might be a part two, but some people are like, you know, saying like, why didn't you guys include some of the allegations? But when they made the Elvis movie, they framed it as this like love story. And it was like, no, bro, when Elvis met his wife, she was 14. He was pushing 25.
Celine Dion shit.
Like, exactly. René Angélil, Celine Dion shit.
Aaliyah too.
Like,
Let's
real
talk about
straight grooming shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like, that's weird.
Man, bro, à la base, how can you look at a child,
A child.
and be attracted to them? That's fucking, that's ta maladie, là. C'est ça.
And these are things that are not looked at or condemned in the same steez. You know, I can bring up so many things about Drake that are double standards, like the Drake stuff of him, quote unquote, stealing bars or homage bars, the Mac Dre stuff, certain things. It's like, you guys, Jay-Z built a career doing that. Like,
I mean, there's a whole track about it, bro. The Swagger
Jay-Z
Jacket.
said, you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song.
Puis c'est-
Like, hello.
les gens réalisent pas que c'est comme la preuve que c'est un hommage. Like, for example, quand Drake a repris le shit de Eminem,
Oh, yeah.
Superman, moi, j'ai dû dire aux gens, comme j'avais fait un post, parce que genre, vous pensez vraiment que genre, il a repris le début d'une chanson du rappeur le plus populaire au monde,
Exactly.
puis qu'il s'est
il
dit,
essaie de
ah,
le cacher,
c'est
genre.
ça, personne va savoir que j'ai volé cette rime-là. Are you serious, genre?
En fait, bro, if you're a DJ, what are you going to do? You're going to take that one and then you're going to mix it with Eminem song
Ça va
and
être-
you're going to bust them both and it's just going to bring back Eminem song back to life at the end of the day. Come on,
Exactement,
bro.
c'est
You
ça
guys
que
are-
les gens réalisent pas. Puis, tu sais, maintenant, genre, quand je vois des comments comme ça, je leur fais les comparaisons avec d'autres personnes, comme, for example, genre, OK, fait que, so Eminem a volé Rakim quand il a dit I am, whatever you say I am, non? Puis d'autres exemples comme ça, tu sais, ou quand est-ce qu'il a volé Jay-Z quand il a dit Can't leave rap alone, the game needs me? Est-ce que, tu sais, c'est comme, come on now, c'est les hommes. Le but qu'on fait ce shit-là, c'est que la personne, on veut que genre, did you get it? Est-ce que, tu sais, il y a un moment donné, genre, je chillais avec Yes McCann après notre battle. Puis genre, il m'a dit, yo, kick un random verse que t'as, whatever. Puis j'ai kick un verse où est-ce qu'à la fin, j'ai fait exprès de dire finalement, un rappeur qui rappe de drogue et Dragon Ball, whatever. J'ai juste dit ce line-là, puis il a fait genre, ah, Biggie. J'ai fait, yes, you get it. Tu sais, when il dit genre, at last, a rapper rap about, non, 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 c'est ça, c'est comme, je dis, you get it. C'est comme, il y a des gens qui, ils comprennent pas ça. Genre, c'est comme, le pire, c'est qu'à un moment donné, j'avais fait entendre un track de Ice Cube à quelqu'un, supposedly a fan of hip-hop, puis dans le track, Ice Cube, il dit, ain't no other king in this rap thing, they sibling, nothing but my children, you know? Moi,
Kendrick on the Control verse.
Non, Ice Cube qui a repris le line de Biggie.
Yeah.
Ouais, mais après ça, Kendrick took that
Ok, il l'a
line
repris.
in the Control.
Yeah.
OK.
In the Control.
Ah, OK.
diss.
Ça, j'avais pas entendu. Mais moi, quand le Ice Cube thing a joué, genre, j'arrête. Tu sais, mon boy, il arrêtait pas de dire, genre, yo, c'est tellement nice comme il dit cheering, that shit is nice. Moi, je dis, ouais, mais c'est un line de Biggie. Puis he kept ignoring me when I said that. Fait que là, je voyais qu'il m'écoutait pas. Fait qu'à un moment donné, j'ai fait exprès de mettre le track de Biggie. In the King, whatever, il a entendu. Puis là, il a fait genre, oh shit, Ice Cube l'a bite. Il dit, non, il a pas bite. You were supposed to get it. Quand il a entendu. Puis
The
c'est comme.
callback. It's called a callback.
C'est ça, c'est un callback. Puis c'est comme, and if you don't get it, au pire, ça te fait connaître le shit. Tu sais, c'est comme, yo, moi, quand j'ai entendu M dire I take 7 Columbine, quand j'étais jeune, puis j'ai entendu Eminem dire ce shit-là, c'est mes old cousins qui m'ont dit, genre, that's a Big Daddy Kane line. Genre, va checker I take 7 MCs, stand them all in line, whatever. Puis là, ça m'a fait aller checker Big Daddy Kane, alors que moi, as a young, dans ce temps-là, j'étais comme, I ain't trying to hear that hibbity hop and a hip.
That's
hop,
crazy. I
hip,
didn't
hip,
even
hop,
know
you
that. I didn't know that
C'est
that was a
bon.
Big Daddy Kane.
Ouais.
It's before our
Ouais,
time.
I take 7 kids from Columbine, stand them all in line, add an AK-47, a revolver in line. Ça, c'est un Big Daddy Kane. I take
Wow,
7
that's
MCs, stand them all in line, add a whatever, who think he could rhyme.
Wow.
Ça finit par, and that's 7 MCs killed. That's 21 MCs killed at one time. Whatever.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Because it's so funny because Big Daddy Kane is like in the current news right now because
with
Max
Max
B.
B. Max
kinda
B,
dissed
ouais.
him
Talk
a
about
little
it, man. How do y'all
bit.
feel?
Did you see the Big Daddy Kane bars?
Oh my God, bro! But like,
Did
do
you
you
see
guys
like
not know?
Big Daddy
Like,
Kane did like a warning shot
You guys
to Max
not know?
B. Like
You
he
guys-
did like
you
a
guys don't
minute
know?
long verse.
OK, c'était pour
And
lui.
he was
Ah, sorry.
Bro,
spazzing.
but
Ouais,
like,
Big Daddy Kane, c'est un des...
hi guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, first of all, because I'm from Max B is like is our generation. When I was in Dawson with Chad,
Wavy.
me,
Wavy,
Chad,
baby.
Peso,
Right, I was
Peso
thinking.
was on the wavy, like it was. You know what I mean? We was on the wave.
I
We
love
was-
Max B.
We
mais
was
c'est
on
comme-
the wave, man. But like Max, you gotta chill, bro. This
Wavy
is-
Crockett.
We're talking about Big Daddy Kane, and what's ironic to me is that if you look at Max's style, who brought pimp rapping to the East? The first East Coast rapper
Daddy Kane.
to pimp rap was Big Daddy Kane.
Big
the
Daddy
other
Kane,
the
avec-
other alternative would be Too Short, on the West Coast. But like Max B's whole shit when he first came out was he was the pimp rapper with the straightened hair and the and that bro. That's all Big Daddy Kane. So if you look at like prominent New York rappers, your Jay-Z's, your 50s, your Busta Rhymes, your Nas, they come from Big Daddy Kane,
Rakim.
Rakim, Cool G Rap,
Exactly.
LL Cool J.
The trio, huh?
It's all so you can't. Listen. I fuck with Max B, but you're out of line on this one, bro. You're out, you can't. And again, I fuck with Max B. You're not fucking with Big Daddy Kane lyrically in any or all scenarios. Period.
Les gars comprennent pas, c'est
There's no
ça.
argument. There's no argument.
Ils comprennent pas. Puis c'est pour ça, that's also one of the reasons why I can't really get mad at young niggas qui vont disrespect les old shit for now. Parce que certains d'entre eux vont faire leur recherche plus tard. Tu sais, moi, quand j'étais jeune, puis que j'écoutais justement les Mobb Deep, puis les Eminem, puis Sticky Fingers, like I said earlier, I wasn't trying to hear that. And
Ouais,
a
c'est
hip
pas notre
hop,
génération.
hip it hop, and a hip hop. Tu sais, même quand genre, j'avais dit aux gars de Mosaïen, comme yo, vous ramenez les multis, puis tout, genre façon américaine, mais vous le faites en français, it's fucking crazy. Première chose qu'ils m'ont dit, c'est comme ah ouais, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. Ils m'ont dit le trio, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim et Cool G Rap. Moi, j'étais comme OK, il faut vraiment que j'aille checker les gars, là. Parce que c'est toujours les noms qui reviennent quand. Chaque fois que je dis que j'aime les patterns puis les multis de genre Big Pun, puis là, évidemment, Master Ace aussi. Genre, tu sais. Mais c'est vraiment le trio, les trois qu'on a dit, mais genre, ça m'a fait d'écouter tous ces gars-là, puis c'est comme OK, genre, tous les gars que j'aime viennent de ce shit-là. Fait que ça va arriver aux jeunes. Les jeunes qui disent en ce moment, they ain't trying to hear that old shit, ça va leur arriver aussi, genre, ils vont réaliser que.
They'll grow up eventually.
Mais c'est aussi c'est le bridge aussi, you know, because like I work with youth and it's a music based oriented all the time. Because you'd be surprised how often they'll play something and it's like, oh shit, that's the same sample as this, or oh shit, that's the same thing as this. And if you have the proof, like how you had for your boy, and you're able to be like, yeah, bro, no, look, trust me, listen to this. And then they're like, oh shit, word, that's kind of dope. Like, I want to hear more of that artist. I didn't even know, da da da. Like, even to circle back to Drake, like, I've played old Drake shit, like pre-Lil Wayne Drake for people, and not said who it was. And people have been like, wow, this is really fucking dope. Who the fuck is this? I'm like, it's Drake. Like, what? No, it's not. And it's like, yeah, it is. Drake used to rap on like Ninth Wonder beats and like Dilla
bro.
and like rap with like Fonte and like
Hey, après ses preuves. Hein.
like Drake is like was a backpack
student of
emotional rapper. Like he was a, you know what I mean? So
Je me rappelle, yo, quand il a sorti Ignorant Shit, genre, on était dans un studio this one time, puis moi...
so c'est ignorant shit with Lil Wayne, no?
Ouais.
Yeah, Young
See, I
Angel,
ain't try-
Young Lion.
I ain't drove here. I got chauffeured or whatever. Yo, I think better when I'm not sober. C'est un gros verse.
Nasty.
Puis j'ai mis ce verse-là, puis tout le monde dans le studio était comme, ah, mais pas du Drake, puis tout ça, genre. C'était allé. Même quand, like, the first time que je me suis, genre, inséré dans le rap keb, c'était genre des battles en ligne, puis il fallait envoyer une audition. The first audition I sent, c'était sur un Drake beat. C'est comme, ouais, c'est comme, they didn't like it, they didn't fuck with it at all. C'est comme, je
What
faisais
beat was
partie
it? Do
de
you
ceux
remember what beat it
que.
was?
C'était le beat j'ai oublié le nom, c'est là-dedans qui dit I'm the same yellow nigga used to be up on the grassy. I'm the same yellow nigga used to be up on the grassy. Spitfire like a dragon fight. Je me rappelle qu'il m'avait. il y a
That
eu-
bar tells me something, but I can't pinpoint it. But yeah, continue.
C'est comme. Puis c'est ça, genre, c'était sur ce beat-là, mais genre, they weren't fucking with it, mais ils m'ont quand même gardé dans ceux que. Tu sais, ils ont éliminé des gens, puis lui qui avait du potentiel. C'est là que je comprenais que, genre, OK, ils sont sur du backpacker shit. Fait que j'ai fait exprès d'envoyer un shit où est-ce que je faisais juste du Lyrical Miracle.
Genre,
Après
just
ça.
the DJ Premier Beats. Genre.
Exactement, un typical, genre, super typical, puis j'ai juste fait du Miracle, puis j'ai mis comme juste plein de multi back-to-back. Oh my God, who is this guy? OK, on le garde. Et c'était comme, genre,
But I hate that stigma because I used to be that guy. I used
Me
to
too.
be that fucking guy who was like, this is not real hip. Nothing
Me
was
too.
real hip hop. This is not
Same.
real hip hop.
On a tous passé
I
par
was
là.
like, bro, but I was like, to the point where like I'm the guy at the house party where the gal them are just trying to vibe out, and I'm like, yo, you guys know this is not real hip hop.
Ah,
And
c'est
they're
scaring the
it's
hoes.
Like, yo, this guy's the anti-poon. Get him out of here, bro.
Exact.
Move, bro.
Same.
You know? But listen, man, I think we're getting to that time, brother. So we do this segment on the show. Basics, I will let you. I'll let you take the reins on this one, but I'll introduce it. You could pass it over.
man.
We do a segment on the show with all of our guests where we're gonna hand you this diamond, this gem, and what we want you to do with it is we want you to drop a gem for the listeners. Now, when I say a gem, it could be a piece of wisdom, it could be a piece of advice, it could be anything meaningful that helped you in your life that you think will help the next person, whatever it speaks to you.
Sur tous les trucs qu'on a parlé,
Yeah.
s'il y avait une chose que tu voulais laisser everybody with, the last word, you know what I'm saying, from Freddy Gruesum, because I'd wanted to get into the health and vulnerability and all that stuff, mental wellness and all that stuff, because Rico spoke about it, different people. But whatever the last gem that you wanted to do, I give you the gem.
Shit.
You have the power, like Carlton with the Chictionary.
Yes. Yes.
You drop
Yo,
the gem and you just bless us with your gem, man. Freddy Gruesum.
it's going to sound like a cliche because everybody says it, but it's so true. Believe in yourself and in your ideas. Puis la raison pourquoi il faut croire en ça, c'est parce que, genre, c'est facile de croire en soi quand, genre, other people believe in you, mais tu sais, il y a un moment donné où est-ce que you're going to feel like il y a vraiment rien qui marche, il y a rien qui aboutit à rien. Là aussi, il faut believe in yourself. Il faut aussi believe in yourself si tu crois vraiment en ton idée, même si, genre, tout le monde dans le room dit que c'est pas une bonne idée. Je vais te donner un petit exemple, deux petits exemples comme ça, genre, pas trop prendre de votre temps. Un, Spider-Man. Stan Lee, quand il a créé Spider-Man. Tu sais, quand je dis, genre, aie confiance en tes idées, il va avoir des mauvaises idées, mais genre, balance toutes les idées, puis dans les mauvaises idées, tu vas trouver des bonnes idées. Anyways, Spider-Man, quand il y a eu l'idée de Spider-Man, Stan Lee, ses boss lui disaient, c'est pas une bonne idée. C'est comme, c'est pas une bonne idée. Genre, les gens veulent pas un super-héros qui est un kid, les gens veulent pas une araignée, people are scared of spiders, what the fuck. Les gens veulent pas un super-héros avec des problèmes, les gens veulent un super-héros qui a l'air d'un dieu, tout ça. But leur compagnie allait faire faillite, fait que Stan Lee les a pas écoutés. Il a quand même fait le premier Spider-Man. Boom, the rest is history.
Yeah.
Fait que là, après ça, c'est boss. Hey, remember the Spider-Man idea that we really liked? Ceux qui leur disaient non, genre, tu sais, we want that again. C'est arrivé avec les gars de South Park quand ils ont fait Timmy, whatever, Timmy. Tu sais, les boss disaient, ben non, tu peux pas mettre un handicapé puis tout ça, whatever, that's wrong. Quand ils l'ont fait, ils ont réalisé que handicapped people were disabled people. C'est oh, tu nous représentes, genre, comme, tu sais, we like that shit, tout ça. Fait que là, genre, oh yeah, we want more of that Timmy type shit, puis tout ça. Et last but not least, Lemmy Winks de South Park, c'est une idée que genre, even their own team, tout le monde dans le studio qui animait le shit, were like, that's not funny, we don't get it. Les seules personnes dans tout le team qui trouvaient ça drôle, c'est Trey et Matt Stone. Puis, the rest is history. Yeah, wow. C'est Lemon Wings, c'est un des funniest,
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself, même quand, genre, à un moment donné, tout le monde va... Ils peuvent... Tu sais, moi, genre, il y a un moment donné où est-ce que, genre, justement, j'ai fall off puis que j'étais en train de recollect my thoughts and redo my thing. Mais pendant cette période-là, genre, comme... Plus personne croyait absolument rien. Ben, quand je dis personne, except for the few people who still believed in me, mais je voyais des gens autour de moi que, genre, ils croyaient vraiment plus rien de ce que je disais, genre, comme... Genre, il fallait que je leur rappelle comme, hey, comme, j'ai déjà comme réussi some stuff. Puis genre, à partir de ça, tu sais, il faut juste extrapoler après ça, tu sais. Yeah. Genre, I've learned from that, j'ai learned les mistakes que j'ai fait. J'ai juste à refaire ce que j'ai fait without the mistakes, mais extrapole. Mais genre, you don't have to doubt every... Yo, il y avait des gens, everything I said, c'était rendu que genre, they doubted, genre, every single... C'était rendu que je pourrais leur dire 2 + 2 fait 4. C'est comme, non, je pense pas. Tu sais, type shit. Fait que même dans ces moments-là, genre, tu sais, moi, il y a eu des moments où j'étais comme, maybe they're right, maybe I am, genre. Tu sais, comme par exemple comme ça, je disais oui à tout le monde pour l'animation, puis je leur disais, genre, je peux le faire un certain laps de temps qui était, genre, possible pour mes propres vidéos à moi, mais pas possible pour une vidéo pour quelqu'un d'autre. Fait que quand j'apprenais ça au fur et à mesure, je me faisais traiter de ranceur, puis de gars qui est pas sérieux, puis tout ça. Puis moi, je comprenais pas que, genre, il fallait que j'aboutisse, puis que je finisse mon shit pour leur montrer. Non, moi, à un moment donné, j'ai abandonné moi-même. Genre, je suis juste parti dans un 9 to 5 normal. Puis à un moment donné, où est-ce que, genre, musique et cartoon, j'étais comme, oh, je fais plus rien. Maybe they're right. Peut-être que je suis un ranceur, peut-être que c'est pas vrai. C'est comme, à la longue, genre, revoir des vieux shit que j'avais fait que je croyais même pas en, genre, des projets pas finis. Puis j'étais comme, yo, this is fire, puis tout ça. Puis, genre, tu sais, de l'encouragement, puis tout ça. Bref, always believe in yourself, même quand il y a des moments où est-ce que tu vas penser toi-même que... C'est sûr qu'il y a des moments de remise en question. You need those to get better, mais genre, keep believing in yourself, like, no matter what, genre. Même s'il y a des gens qui vont t'insulter, te dire, genre, you're this, you're that. Les gens vont toujours t'insulter, même si you're on top, là, tu sais, comme Cardi B, quand ils ont dit qu'elle allait divorcer avec Offset, c'est comme, tout le monde était un expert en mariage. Genre, it's because you don't cook, you don't clean. Tout le monde est un expert en mariage, tout d'un coup, genre, est-ce que vous allez... Tu sais, les gens sont capables de donner leur opinion, genre, c'est même pas pour t'aider, c'est juste pour avoir une raison de t'insulter et tout. Sauf que la semaine juste après, genre, comme, il y a un news que genre, oh non, finalement, son mari, il la reveut. Tout ça, puis ça, c'est sans compter ce qui s'est passé maintenant, mais genre, dans ce temps-là, tu sais, son mari la reveut. Et en plus, genre, on apprend qu'elle s'est faite, genre, 8 millions sur OnlyFans, en plus de l'argent qu'elle se fait. Bzzz, personne ne dit rien et tout. T'sais. Les gens sont là pour pointer tes...
Believe in yourself.
Exact. Les gens sont là pour pointer tout ce que tu fais mal et tout ça parce que, en général, people are miserable. Ils aiment ça pouvoir trouver des raisons de... Ah, he ain't shit tout ça. Tu sais, quand on parlait des gens qui ont le temps d'aller dire... Those kind of people, they're out there.
David, that's why they say misery loves company, man.
Exactly.
So keep the faith in your ideas and allow yourself to keep pushing forward, man. You heard it from Freddy, man.
Parce que même là, j'ai certains shit qui sont pas encore sortis, mais genre, j'ai eu des feedbacks, des gens de feedback. Avant d'avoir les feedbacks, of course, I started believing it again. Mais genre, c'est bon quand même. Tu le fais pas pour l'approbation des gens, mais c'est quand même bon de voir, une fois de temps en temps, que tu es sur la bonne voie, genre. Quand genre, tu sais, like, for example, j'ai pas posté beaucoup de shit d'animation parce que je suis encore en train de still learning shit. Fait que quand je poste quelques things, ça passe dans le beurre. Tu sais, l'algorithme sucks, ça passe dans le beurre. Fait que des fois, je me dis, genre, shit, okay, maybe genre, that shit sucks or whatever. Puis là, oh, the right kind of people, des personnes super professionnelles vont me dire comme, holy shit, t'es dans la bonne voie. Genre, il y en a même qui m'ont dit, genre, stop animating for rappers. Moi, c'est comme, non, mais il y a quand même certains, parce que they believed in me quand personne believed in me, fait que je continue à animer pour eux et tout ça. Mais ouais, il y en a qui me disaient, genre, ah, dude, genre, comme... Like, il y a un Français qui m'a dit, genre, dans sa boîte, genre, there are whole teams qu'ensemble, ils peuvent pas faire ce que je fais tout seul. Puis il me dit, genre, arrête de te prendre la tête avec des rappeurs. C'est comme ça qu'il m'a dit ça, genre, prends-toi pas la tête avec ces rappeurs. Ils ont pas d'argent. Tu auras l'impression d'être un esclave. Puis il m'a dit que lui, il a déjà fait ça. Il avait l'impression d'être un esclave parce que, genre, le rappeur a plein de requests, mais pas d'argent, plein de requests. Puis comme nous, on veut se faire notre nom, au début, on dit oui à tout. Malheureusement, puis genre, moi, je lui ai dit, genre, that's so true. Puis quand je disais oui à tout, je me sentais comme un esclave. Genre, j'avais l'impression, chaque fois que je parlais à la personne, j'avais l'impression de comme, j'enlève mon chapeau, c'est comme, yes, massa, yes, everything will be good, tu sais, is that okay, massa, genre, everything will be, genre, tu sais, my liege, everything will be good, genre, whatever. C'est comme, c'est shit là, that shit got to go, là, tu sais, faut connaître your worth. Puis, anyways, tout ça pour dire, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Vous m'avez vu quand je believe in myself, vous m'avez vu quand, tu sais, ceux qui me suivent, mon lore, vous avez vu de quoi j'ai l'air quand je believe in myself, de quoi j'ai l'air when I stop believing in myself, and when I start believing in myself again. Tu sais, il y a une grosse différence là. Tu sais, believe in yourself.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
He's taking it back. He's coming back for what's his, man. Freddy Gruesum, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Yo,
brother.
thanks for the invitation.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
Hustle
man.
Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know what to do. I'm gonna do something I don't ever usually do, but this is how we ended the show today. All right? We on
Canada.
We on top.
Canada.
And be yourself, like the genie said in Aladdin. Be yourself.
Welcome to the hustle. If your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle, this is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break or fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now welcome to the hustle.